Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for our Call of Cthulhu stream, The Dreamer's Journey. Please be advised there is a graphic content and harsh language warning, so viewer discretion is advised. With that being said, please join us in the wonderful, wonderful world of Call of Cthulhu. And we have a map this time. Would you look at that?
So last time on the Dreamer's Journey, um, James, Jaden, Jay, and myself. Oh God, that's a lot of J's. We all went to Arkham, where we then went into the forest after eating a nice steak dinner. Because if we were gonna die, at least let's do it on a full stomach. Um, from there, we went into the forest where we found this ring of mushrooms. In this ring of mushrooms, a couple of us started just jumping back and forth because there was this weird effect. From that, oh god, we we found this guy. He said his name was Charles, and he was wearing a Letterman jacket, I mean, and he he introduced us to the president after he got Jaden across the barrier thingy, which we were having trouble with, and the president of the college kind of said, "Hi, you're now enrolled in classes here, and if you already got out of college, you're now taking more courses just so you can learn how the world works and not die." I think that's a good thing. I'm not sure yet. Um, from that point on, we went to college again, and I learned that, yeah, so I can manipulate causality, apparently, but I might go insane and commit suicide from the probabilities that I hear as echoes in my head, like the last person. Oh, God, save me. Me and Jaden then went to do this, and we started talking to these people in the cafeteria where we met this guy that had an Rubik's Cube for a head, and oh my god, he was grinding down a fork and he was talking to lasagna, and what the hell am I doing? That's Streamer's Journey. Please join us for the next episode.
Oh, good lord.
My
You sounded
goodness.
like a prepubescent teen at the end there.
How have I not freaked the hell out yet?
You have.
He's already gone insane, guys. We're going to put him out of his misery. Someone grab the shotgun.
This entire campaign is just within the mind of Jake.
Not Jack, but Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, no. You have too many J names. God damn it. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Jake. You should change your name, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, come on. How dare your name interact?
I am happy with my name of Jack, Jake, and fuck you. That's why.
So I would go over to the others before we go to sleep that day, and I would say, hey, I got a couple questions. Would y'all mind going to the dream world with me?
You mean this is not just some that we all didn't get high in the middle of the Arkham Forest, and this is actually a real thing?
It's real, and yesterday these people bowed down to me and told me that I had access to the dream world, and but they warned me that it was pretty dangerous. So yeah, I was told that if we try really hard, we might be able to go together and have a better chance of living. It apparently is pretty common for dreamers to be able to go there, so I don't know if Jaden can go, but you know, whatever. Y'all down? Or you guys down?
I mean, at this point, either I'm gonna die from these creatures I don't know what are, or I'm going to live and go insane. So, why not?
All right.
What? Okay, I don't.
Hey,
I don't.
if I don't wear the mask, I'll die. So like, you know, threat's high.
Just a bit.
I'm just gonna kind of just do this shrugging move, or like,
Oh, goodness gracious.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so how do we get there?
You try,
We try.
or I just do it. Have y'all not? Have you guys not? I thought you were dreamers.
No.
All right.
Are we
Uh,
supposed to smoke like a special herb or something? I don't know.
No, actually, we learned about those in medical school. It's called drugs,
I don't do-
hallucinogenics. You know.
Okay. Just I guess go to sleep thinking about it, and maybe we'll do it. Like, just try, you know?
Okay, I mean, it's
Maybe
not
it's
the
like,
weirdest thing I've heard this day, even. So okay.
all right. Anyone want to go back to the library with me?
Uh, sure. Yeah. I don't think any. I think Herbert checked out all the books, but like, yeah.
Well, I just need a book on Enochian and Italian.
Um, I'll go with you because I need to apparently check out a few books on psychiatric care and
Wait,
causalities.
before that, any of you guys speak Italian?
No. Are we supposed to?
What do you mean supposed to? What kind of question is that?
One that I never thought I would have to ask.
I mean, it would be helpful if you did,
I
but
mean, I
supposed
speak
to?
a
You're only
little
supposed to if you were
French.
born in Italy. What the fuck?
I speak a little French, and I do know that they share a lot of commonplace
Wait, no.
wording.
No, wait, Jack, I'm with you. I speak a little French too. Fuck. Pardon my French.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be very helpful. All right. So I'll get a Italian dictionary and the Book of Enochian.
You guys do whatever you want. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, so
Sweet
do you
dreams.
need help with the library, or am I good to just crash?
I just want you guys to come with me.
Yeah, sure. No, I can do that.
I guess I can go with you because I need to check out a couple of books.
All right. Uh, so we would go to the library, Chaz.
Okay, you guys going to the library?
And
Um, you went there after dinner, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you guys, I would say you have about 30 minutes till closing time.
All right.
Closing
First thing I
time.
would do is go to the librarian and ask them, "Hey, you ever seen any symbols like this?" And I would show them my mysterious book.
All right. So you go up to the librarian. It's the same librarian as last time.
I figured.
The fish looking dude. He's looking a little dry though. Looks a little dry. Not as slimy as he was. And you said you showed him the
The book?
Italian book?
No, the book
No.
with the symbol on it.
Okay. The symbol does look familiar, but I don't quite know what it would be for.
It might be for some religion or cult or
Um,
something. I found it in like a cult place.
I can go through my notes and possibly get back to you within the next couple days on if I look through my symbology notes.
All right. I would ask him, you want to take a picture of it?
Picture?
Uh,
Just let me draw it. Trace over it real quick.
okay.
Takes
It-
out a piece of paper and charcoal and does a rubbing of
I
the
would
front
say,
of your book.
yeah, I would say I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look for a book on Enochian and Italian.
Our language is just down to the right.
Thank you.
Um, if I could bother you one quick second, where would I find books on mental health and probability and causality theory?
He looks over at you and leans in real close, his large eyes staring right at you.
He's a fish man. Fish.
Like Jack is just like nervously like
Racist.
Psychological help, you say?
um, specifically for suicide prevention.
Hmm.
Right. That's his thing. Right.
Listen to the whispers.
I think we might be able to get you a book on that. It will take a little bit, as I do not have one, but I can request one from our sister location.
Sister location?
Yes, over there on Saturn. It should take about a day or two, maybe less.
Oh,
I
Oh yeah, that one. Of
I
course.
will,
Yeah, just that one. Just that
I
one.
will send word to your
Don't worry.
dorm or your teacher when it comes available.
Okay. Thank you. It's Dr. Peasley, Professor Peasley in the psychology and uh philosophy section. Thank you.
I figured as much. Okay, thank you.
I figured as much.
All right. And causality theory.
That would be in our science section. It is
Uh,
on the third floor, the 14th bookshelf.
Thank you. And I am going to just like beeline it.
Okay.
Talk about the
So-
worst person out of the group to like have the one that makes you go insane, the one that went into shock first session.
Right.
Mind you, I also have the lowest sanity in the group.
Oh, you don't.
All right. So, assuming Herbert West still has all the books checked out.
He has not returned those for the past 30 years.
Okay, makes sense. I'm just gonna wait here then.
Man, how many times has he read them? He must be a really slow reader.
Have they taken his library card away yet?
He owes $4 million in late
He's
fees.
dodging library fees left and right. That's his true.
All right, so you guys get your books?
No, I don't actually,
Yep.
Chaz.
Well, your books don't matter. All right.
So yeah, I'll get my
Uh,
book.
So you got a book on Italian dictionary.
Uh-huh.
You were not able to find anything else on Enochian.
But I do have that one book that I found, right? That's in Italian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Enochian book.
And Jack, you were able to find a book on the
Probability and causality theory.
you were able to find you weren't able to find that, but you did find a leather-bound journal, like a moleskin journal kind of thing.
Mhm.
Kind of tucked in between some books where you would have figured the probability on causality would be. And it reads like written in like pen and handwritten and everything on the front. It says the practical usage of causality and reality. And then underneath it, written kind of small, you see C.C.
I'm gonna just kind of go. Yep, that would be her. And I'm going to pick up the book and go check. If I have to check it out, I'll check it out. But if I don't, then I'm just
You
gonna.
don't see the library like marking on it, kind of, like a code or anything.
Brother's watching.
I
You don't
mean,
see any like, Dewey Decimal System code or something like that. You don't see anything like that.
I'm going to kind of. I'm gonna open it up and see if if it's actually in English.
Fuck you, no.
'Cause I have a strong suspicion that it's not.
What?
It is written in cursive English. But you see some words written on the side, like in the margins, that are kind of scribbled really fast. But it's kind of hard to tell what that is saying. But you get the feeling that it kind of looks a little like Latin.
I'm just gonna kind of go.
But for the
think,
most
Wait.
part, you see the book is.
I think we have a huge nerd in our
I know
group.
Latin.
There he is.
Hey!
I found the nerd.
I'm just gonna close the book and bound it and stick it in my bag and go. All right, here we go. And I'm going to wait for Jay and then leave with him.
To yourself in an empty library. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's
Oh,
a me,
no.
suicide. Oh god.
Oh
I don't think you can say that.
I don't think we're allowed to say
no! I don't
that.
know.
Really? Really?
No idea.
I don't know. Who knows? All right. So you guys are heading back to the dorm. Once you guys
I've
all
just
get
been
together,
waiting for y'all by the front desk, just trying to.
you're waiting there. The librarian is kind of doing his thing, but also kind of staring at you with one of his eyes. Kind of just making sure you're not doing anything suspicious.
How long you been working here?
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Great conversational.
Great small talk.
Jack's just kind of sitting off to the side, knees and chest on the floor, just kind of doing the spider push up with his fingers. Like, please just hurry, Jay. Please hurry.
And Jay, you're heading back to the group?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So you guys all get together, you go back to your dorm room.
I get my book first.
Well, yeah. It's not hard. I mean, you just go up to him, he checks it out for you. Enjoy your reading.
Right.
And you guys...
Yeah. Is there a time limit on these, or do I got what I need?
there's no time limit. Just return it when you're done.
Herbert West has kept it for 30 years.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
All right, you guys head back to your dorm, and it is nighttime.
Caw.
So, do you guys sleep?
No, I actually drink some coffee and stay awake. I'm just kidding, I sleep.
Ugh.
I'm gonna kind of just sit there and look at the book
Just gonna do something I
and
know.
go. "This
Uh,
is gonna be
Y'all would get a text from Jay saying, "See you in the dream world."
Jack is just gonna start. Wait, shit, is that like your. No, James. Shit. James is just gonna text back, maybe? Question mark?
You're just gonna see a text back from Jack that says Geronimo.
All right, sleep time.
All right.
I
Go
am
to
going to go to sleep attempting to think of Dream
I'm gonna
World.
try to do the same.
All right. I would like each of you to make a roll for me, and I think you know which roll.
Anatomy!
I'm gonna assume
Oh,
that it's this special little one of this custom stat that you have made for us, Chaz, called Dreaming.
No, I'm using anatomy, actually.
Jay
No,
is really good at dreaming. He did it once without trying, and first try did it
I ain't
again.
doing jack shit, I'm sleeping, nerd.
All right, and then I need Jake.
Oh my
Jack.
gosh. Why are you guys so bad at being dreamers?
Cause screw you, a good night's sleep is hard to come by, okay?
And actually, Jaden, if you could also make a dreaming roll for me.
He's not a dreamer though. Screw him.
You have a nightmare.
Woo!
All
We're
right,
all
all right.
failing.
So you all fall asleep.
Fall.
Asleep. You all fell asleep,
I fall into sleep.
and each of you have kind of odd dreams that night, due to, mostly due to the fact that you've just been thrown a whole lot of new information and a whole lot of strange new information all at once. It's a lot, and so your dreams are kind of mishmash of all these new things that you're learning, and kind of not really scary stuff, just kind of overloading and overwhelming. But Jay, as you're just going through, it's almost like you're kind of like walking throughout your day all over again. You're dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking towards Loxley Hall, and all of a sudden, the entire road and middle of town that you're in just stops, and you're standing at the edge of a cliff.
I look over the edge.
Kind of very far down, you first off, you see that the cliff kind of goes inward, like you're almost on like an island, or like a floating island of sorts, not so much a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
But very far down, you see almost directly like below where you're looking. You see a small piece of land with two, from best as you can make it out, you see two ivory colored pillars with braziers on the top.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I go towards them.
How? You're at the edge
Uh,
of a cliff, and this is way far down.
I would try to fly. I
You
am
try
an.
to fly? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna jump off the cliff?
No, I mean like where I'm standing.
Oh,
I'm not.
you're gonna try to. You're gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you try to fly?
I just try to will it. I'm in a
Like
lucid
just
dream.
will yourself to fly?
Yeah, we've all lucid
Okay.
dreamed.
Okay. You try, and nothing happens.
Dang it! Looks like this is one of those where I don't have control over it. All right. I'm gonna go looking around for a staircase.
All right.
Do I here my map of the place? Do I guess there's not really a staircase, is there?
No.
I guess I would yell down.
What would you
Oh,
yell?
what were their names again?
Common Noshed or Common Thaw and Noshed.
Okay, I would yell, "Come and thaw, noshed! How do I get down there?"
You kind of echoes down, and then you just hear a kind of a deep booming voice come from down below. It's a leap of faith.
Fuckers. Here we go.
You gonna jump?
I guess.
All right. You jump, fully expecting yourself to just plummet and splat. And as you jump, you realize you're kind of floating down. You're not flying, but you're just softly descending.
Yeah, they saved my life last time. I'm not gonna think that they're just trying to kill me here. They could have easily done it before.
And over for the what seems like to you, then a couple hours, you finally come to rest at the platform right in front of them.
What's up, fellas?
Hello, Jay Kingston. They are standing right before you, looking exactly the same, just dressed up in their traditional Egyptian clothing and standing in front of the pillars.
I would tell them, well, today I'm meeting up with my friends in the dream world.
I see. Well, when they come, you shall be able to enter.
Oh, so I'll meet them out here.
Yes.
All right.
We must see if all of you are worthy.
Why am I, getting here before them?
I do not know how everybody dreams. Perhaps you have a strong imagination.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
They go back to just kind of standing guard at the pillars. And you wait. And you wait. And you wait. And nobody seems to arrive.
Fuckos. Is there any way I can help them? Kamina, Nasht, either of you know?
They stand there and think about it. I do not believe that there is a way that you can help them in the wake outside. But
What about in here?
the most you can do from here is just wait for them.
What if I... You know what? I would like to try putting on my mask and using my ability.
Okay, how?
I'm just
Because you
going
can't
to...
just say you're gonna use your ability. You gotta tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna try to call out to them. Kind of guide them here.
All right. All right. The rest of you make power rolls.
Oh, not me.
Not you.
Okay. Weak.
All right.
Is it possible for me to push this?
No.
Okay.
No.
James, are you gonna roll?
Huh?
Power. Are you
Could you
asleep?
make a power roll for me, please,
I am.
James?
I clicked on it and I clicked. Shit! Why did I roll twice?
Either way, good lord, dude.
That power is godly, but apparently my rolls are not. What are we making a power roll for?
Okay, he really was.
I was getting snacks.
Jay was using his ability to call out to you.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna push that then because I don't know how to push it.
You can't.
Yeah,
push
I don't know how.
You put on your mask, and how are you calling out to them?
I would basically try to act as like basically a lighthouse, kind of guide them here.
Like a siren.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So you put on the mask, and Kamenar and then Nosh are just standing there watching you start to sing and call out to your fellow friends, try to coax them into coming your way and becoming more lucid in their dreams and not being lost in the lands of Nod. Try as you might, you don't feel anything getting pulled towards you. But throughout the whole time as you're singing, you do feel in your chest a burning sensation. Not painful, but you feel like your chest getting warmer.
Is it
And
different from how it felt when I used it in class?
it's a little more intense. And as you're going through it, it kind of moves around your body, ultimately coming up to your throat and right it kind of like almost it's almost like you could feel it pushing against this mask, but it can't get through. And finally, when you stop, the the flame inside of you goes away.
Mm.
But you don't feel any pull towards you.
Fuckos. I would like to continue doing it, and you know,
You like to
I would like to continue trying, and
continue.
if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they're fuckos.
Alright. I'll allow them to make one more roll.
Godly power, don't fail me now. Haha! Aha!
Hey!
Indeed.
Holy crud!
Aha!
Persistence!
So you go through and you pull on the warmest memory you can have of a song, just of anything, and you just start singing your heart out. And the rest of you throughout your dream, you're you're going through, and it's like you know you're dreaming, but you've just decided to go with it and just dream. Um, and finally, as you're going through your motions, you your attention gets turned towards this. Each of you see this door in your dreams, and it seems to be calling out to you. You seem to be very drawn to this door, and as all of you go and you practically can't even control yourself. You just have to see what's behind this door. You just have to. You open it up, and there's just a stairwell down, and the music persists, seeming coming from below, and you can't stop yourself. You can't control your body. You're moving on your own, and you go down the stairs, and you come across this strange looking area of a pillar, ivory pillars with braziers on them. Just you're on like a almost like an island amongst the void, and two individuals are standing in between on either side of Jay, and the two individuals are wearing Egyptian robes, um, and they're just standing there watching, and you see Jay's there with that mask that the president gave him, and he is just the music seems to be coming from him. Jay, once you see them here, do you stop?
Yeah, I would just say, hey, fuckos, you finally made it.
Was that Click song?
I didn't go to the Click concert.
Huh. So I'm guessing this is the weird shit you talked about earlier.
Yep, that's my ability. I can speak Enochian, the language of angels, or
Huh.
some shit.
And, huh.
You know, I was gonna make a joke about a voice that makes angels cry, but now that I know that you speak the language of the angels, I don't feel that it's an appropriate joke anymore.
Well,
Well, his voice don't make angels cry, but his face does.
go ahead and meet my friends here. This is what were their
I
names
am
again?
trying to forget that
Are you trying to tell the difference between the two of them?
I'm just introducing them.
Okay, Common Thaw and Noshed.
Yeah, this is Kamantha and Nasht.
I'm trying to pretend that I don't see two gigantic figures, hulking men standing on either side of you.
I would then
No,
say,
they're human size.
yeah, I would then say,
I'm going to I'm trying to forget that I see two Egyptian dressed men standing behind you.
I would then
I'm
say to
trying
them,
to
and these are the
ignore this. I'm
fuckos.
trying to not believe anything I'm seeing because this has to be a dream.
Kamina and
Oh.
Nasht, these are the fuckos.
They look at you and they, hello, fuckos.
Hiya, how's it going there?
Yep,
Do we
that's
call
good
you?
nightmare.
Are you? Do we call you Walk the Egyptian Band or?
Egyptian?
Yes.
What is Egyptian?
Well, that's its own can of worms.
Okay.
How about we go into the dream
So
world?
it isn't a toga party then. Got it.
They look you over and the two of them are they look all four of you over and they are trying to kind of it seems like they're trying to get something out of you and they're just do you believe that you are prepared
By the
for the
way, is Jaden
Dreamlands?
here?
Yes.
Hey, Jaden's a dreamer now. I think. Maybe. Well, whatever.
Not anymore.
Uh,
Also, probably not.
together we can do it. We got abilities. From what I heard, I believe didn't someone tell Jay that it wasn't like that dangerous? I think it was his teacher specifically.
I can't remember what she said.
What, you didn't take notes? Psh. Sorry.
I didn't take notes on everything
How
she said.
dare you
but,
not take notes?
They would just say, I think we can handle it. We got abilities.
Jaden's gonna reach down. Is his gun still there?
God dang it.
Your gun is there, as well as Jack, your gun is on your back.
I have a pocket knife. I will,
Shotgun.
will shank a bitch.
And I've got the voice of an angel.
Then
So we
welcome,
can tell-
great dreamers, and they like point their like their gesture their hands towards in between the two pillars, and you see even more steps downward.
Wait, question. Are the vials on my on my person?
Yes,
Ooh, fun.
3 vials.
The
Remember?
journal on me.
Yes. Actually, no.
I was gonna say, I don't remember trying to go to sleep with the journal.
You don't remember trying to go to sleep with your gun.
I don't remember trying to go to sleep with the vials either, but
Oh no, I'm in a weird place. That might be.
But yeah, they point out that there are now steps for you to go down.
yeah. Okay. Are we sure we're
I will
ready?
lead the way.
Because honestly, I don't know what I'm
If
doing.
you think, if you so desire, you can descend the 700 steps to the Dreamlands.
Jay would begin walking down.
700?
Do you have? Do you have?
I
700.
can barely do
Do you have-
20.
You just walked down 70.
They have a dream escalator.
What is an escalator?
I'm gonna kind of just like, is James just standing there at the edge?
Oh, no, he's not.
Break.
James is like standing back where they walked down
Oh,
from.
Well, nowhere
Jack's
left to go.
walking down. Jack's like, I'm either dead, dreaming, or going insane. Either way, I get the feeling I have no choice but to move forward.
There's always a choice. Hell, they gave you a choice
Question
too.
on the steps here. Do we get hurt if we trip?
Let's not find out.
You two Egyptians not gonna... Okay. Right.
There's danger, so don't
Are we
die.
seriously going down here? Am I gonna have to?
Yes.
What happened to the voice of common sense the other day?
What do you mean?
Is this something we know nothing about, and we're just gonna walk down 700 steps into it?
I had talked to my teacher about it. Apparently, all the dreamers go here sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We just got here a day ago.
Look, if we go through with this, we can just get back to regular dreams later in the night.
Look,
Besides,
I know there is a danger, but you know, we gotta do this eventually.
If I die, I blame y'all.
you're not gonna
I'm
die.
either dead, insane, or dreaming. So
They the two look back at you guys as you say that. Oh, there's no. You can still die in dreams.
See? Okay, so let's take this reasonably then. We can die. How about
We can die in real life too.
yes? But in real life, we actually know what we're kind of doing.
He does have a point.
Do we? Have we been knowing what we're doing ever since we've seen all this paranormal shit?
I've at least
I've
known.
been fed a
I've at
lot.
least known more there than I do here.
Do we have to go down there?
Look, it just seems like dreamers gotta. Plus, I talked to my teach, and she seemed to think it wasn't that big a deal.
Maybe we give it another day, talk to our respective teachers and maybe some other students?
Tell you what, how about you, and he's gonna point at Jay, go down first, and we'll follow you.
Okay.
No. I don't want to follow until we know what we're getting into.
Kamentha and Nosh are looking at each other. Hesitation. They are not ready. They whisk their hands, and you guys all get pushed back up the stairs and out the door, and the door shuts.
Fucking nerds.
See?
Everyone's still like there
God damn
together.
it.
No. As soon as you guys go out of that door, you are not next to each other. You don't see either of them, and you don't see any of the other people. You don't hear them either. You're basically in your own dream.
Fuck. Alright.
And dream I do.
All right, and
For the rest of my dream, I'm gonna read my Italian book.
okay.
Well, I've heard that in dreams you can, like, learn, you know, if you're learning something. And I've been reading the book, so I'll just keep studying.
Okay. And so you dream, and the next day you all wake up, and you are running late. You have all slept in. You are running late for your classes.
Shit.
Oh no, I'm late, I say with a piece of toast in my mouth.
Okay, I'm killing.
This is normal at least. Okay. We're gonna grab a cup of coffee and run to class.
All right.
I will also run to class, obviously.
All right.
Class.
You're all going to class?
I'm gonna go to class, but I am not going to particularly go sit at my desk. I'm gonna just stand at the back. Like, I'm going to acknowledge I'm late, but I'm gonna stay out of everybody's way.
The only student,
Okay.
sucker.
So you go through your classes. Jay, you stick with your teacher. You know, you stick with Professor Haringa, and she keeps on teaching you more and more how to properly use your ability, how to properly do all that. And she also ends up teaching you some skills to use when you're not using your ability. Just in general, you know.
Like what?
She teaches you how to better
I would ask
man-
her if she speaks Italian, since
not
her
s-
student did.
like manipulate her voice, kind of thing. Manipulate your voice. She teaches you how to like better utilize your voice in ways.
Okay.
She looks Italian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the book your student wrote was in Italian, and I'd kind of like to learn more about my powers and where they come from.
I used to know Italian. It's been so long. I think I've forgotten. It's so many years. You're bound to forget some stuff.
Do you know which god blessed me?
Oh, I do not. There are many. There are many elder gods. It'd be hard to try to track down which one. I assume probably the only one who would know besides your family or yourself, if your family knows, would be other gods.
Okay. Couple more things. I felt something trying to escape my throat when I was using my power the other night.
Were you wearing your mask?
I was.
Good. The the language of the angels is dangerous.
I've been told.
Yeah. You're still mortal. The language is for the less mortally challenged. So
Like
good
you.
thing you were wearing your mask. I can't even speak it. I don't have that ability to speak it.
But you're definitely less mortally challenged.
Just a little bit.
Start sitcom laugh here.
But enough of the questions. Let us continue the lesson.
Okay.
And you go on with your classes. Jaden, your class, or James and Jack, your classes are, as normal. Well, as normal as they can be. James, you don't have a lesson with Herbert West today. Yours are more on the, I guess you could call them normal world side of
It's like
classes.
anatomy and
Yeah. Jack, yours is kind of half and half. You're doing your normal like um, philosophy and psychology stuff, but you have the free time to do your other lessons of for researching all the elder the outer god that you are set with.
I believe it was Yogg-Sothoth, the Beyond one.
Yes,
And the girl that I take after, her name was Carmen, correct?
Carmen Cordova.
Cordova. Okay, that's what I thought it was. I'm gonna read her journal.
All right, her journal is rushed. You can tell by her writing that she was in a hurry writing all of it. Kind of some words are like misspelled, some words are even left out, but you can still kind of get a handle for what words have been left out. It's very clear that either she was writing in secret or she just for some reason was in a hurry every time she wrote. But it mainly talks about the what some mostly what you get is right now is it mainly starts talking about like how to use it, how to like and everything, stuff you already know. Um, doesn't really get into much more like advanced stuff yet. And that's all right. You don't really have enough time right now to read more, since you have a project that for the outer god. But you get the understanding that yeah, she was kind of scared of herself when she started gaining these abilities.
Okay.
And Jaden, Your teacher. You remember who your teacher was?
I remember him.
Professor Lake. It was a girl.
Does remember the teacher. Did you just assume your teacher's gender? Wow.
She's waiting for you in the embalming room.
As teachers do.
But
Mine does.
there are no the tables have all been pushed aside and the room is very open. There are no deer Slabulubikik carcasses on the table on the tables. And she is standing there with two objects wrapped in cloth. Hello, Jaden.
Sorry, I'm late. I had a bit of a rough night.
It's quite all right. We need to prepare you for in case you encounter what has been chasing your family. You need to learn some self-defense.
I know a little self-defense. I've been using a gun for a while. He's just a man, right?
Guns don't always do damage to the creatures we often find ourselves up against.
What is he?
We're not sure. The president doesn't even know. If you could choose one of these, and she pulls the cloths away, and in front of you are two swords. One of them has a curved blade, and the other is kind of long. It's pretty long. It's kind of like thick and long. The other one's kind of short and curved.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but I think I'd be better off with my gun. I'm not exactly the strongest.
Really?
All
All right, then. If you insist. Come. She walks out of the room.
Hey, wait, hold on. And I'll follow after her.
All right. She brings you from the building that you're in. She goes to, if you're looking on your campus map. Do you have your campus map?
I have it. I just don't have it pulled up right now.
Well, you should hurry and pull it up.
It's on the
I
stream.
know.
Wow.
It's on the. I already have it pulled up now.
All right. She brings you to the athletic fields, which is on the upper campus, number 30.
All right.
And on one of the fields, you see very kind of run down, almost like it's been abandoned, a modern day style shooting range. You were lucky that we are lucky that this is still here. They've been thinking of bulldozing it for an archery range.
Why? That seems incredibly inefficient.
Like I said, guns don't really do much to the creatures we find ourselves up against.
What exactly do you mean by that?
I think it's fairly self-explanatory, Jaden.
I mean,
If you could show me how good you are with that gun.
all right, I can do that. He's going to go ahead and line up, and he's going to take aim. Would you like me to make a firearms roll or a handgun roll?
Make a handgun roll for however many times you choose to shoot into the target.
I dump.
3 is a fair number.
What happens when you crit fail?
Which gun do you have?
I have a Beretta M9. It malfunctions on a 98.
It malfunctions on a 98. So you really lucked out. If it malfunctions on a 98, your gun did not malfunction. But your first shot, you're still kind of confused as to what's going on. Really, you don't really know what she's trying to prove. And you shoot, but your aim was a little off, and one of the buildings in the background, one of the windows just shatters.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Try again, and this will be your other shots. Your next shot, you're definitely a lot more focused now, and you get almost straight on the target, on the high point markings on the target. But it's a good shot. Very, very, very good. Definitely a kill shot. Your next one, it hits. It just kind of grazes the arm of the target. And your teacher looks back at you, looks at the target. Jaden.
I know it's not great. I'm a little bit rusty, but with a little practice, I'll be back to. I could hit that target multiple times.
If you insist on using a gun, then we shall have to get your skills up to par. And she will spend the rest of the class time working with you on your gun. I will say put 2 points base for what you're learning. Add 2 more points to your handgun skill.
What?
It's just 2. He goes up to 52. You don't know what he would have gained if he chose a sword.
My reanimation skill, Chaz. Come on.
Did you add the skill?
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
I learn?
I would say. Actually, yeah, I do need to give you a skill up on your thing. I would say on your give yourself a singing skill and bump it up 2 points from whatever it starts at or whatever it's at.
On it.
Man, everyone else
And
has skills.
Jack.
Yes.
Jack.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Jacketh, I will say take your
don't
give
like that.
yourself a philosophy skill.
Okay, I'll put that right.
That would be under your science skills.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. And that starts at 1%, but due to the studying that you've been doing here, as well as light studying that had been done in college before this already, bump that up to a 25.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Man, I'm
All
left
right.
out. Wow.
James, be patient. I will say you take your
Tongue.
anatomy and bump that up 2 points,
Hey.
but I want you to bump your ethics down 3.
Seems right.
All right. The only time that you guys are able to finally get some free time and actually talk together during lunchtime at the cafeteria.
Who's all there this time at lunch?
You're all there. You
I would probably
see.
be there first since I only have one class.
What were you saying, Chess?
Let me see. What do you guys have? So it's you four, and it's you four, and the cafeteria is not very widely for people who are not living in town. It's mostly used by people in dorms, so most oftentimes it's the underclassmen, such as yourself. And you walk in, you get your food. And you're looking around, and there's quite a few empty seats, but you see sitting around on the table. Sitting around at the tables. The four of you, you guys see a girl eating some kind of like sandwich, and at the same time as she's eating the sandwich, she is painting on an easel next to
Same
her.
girl? Holy
And
shit.
then a little farther down, you see a oddly enough a girl eating some kind of like tomato soup. It looks like. Um, she appears to be like 13, 14 years old.
How
And
old is
then
the girl painting on the easel?
she looks about 18, 19.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got
And
this.
then you see this guy with his back to you, kind of like halfway back to you, eating a lasagna.
Oh no.
No, not that guy. Especially
I'm gonna nudge Jaden and go. Want to go talk to Mr. Lasagna?
I'd rather not talk to him ever.
I'm gonna go talk to the girl with the easel.
Is the girl with the easel cute?
I would say she's fairly cute.
All right, Jay would walk up, and yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna just kind of like stop Jaden before he walks over and go. Let's let them do it this time.
I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go get myself some food.
All right, so each of you, when you go up, because okay, so Jaden and Jack, you aren't like kind of you know what's going to happen when you pick up a plate,
Yeah.
and you pick up your plate and you get pretty much kind of the same stuff that you.
Oh, I thought we had already gotten our food.
Well, yes, but when you
Oh.
pick up your food, you kind of Jack, you kind of get the same thing that you got last time. You just pick it up and you look down, and there's food on your plate. Jaden,
Potato soup.
you grab your plate and you look and you're going to sit down, and as you're going to sit down, you kind of look over at your plate and some lo mein.
Oh, nice.
But James and Jay, you're going over to the cafeteria where you see all these trays, but there is absolutely no like usually at colleges there are like
Yeah.
restaurants kind of in there, kind of like like a Subway, stuff like that. There's nothing like that. There's no cafeteria people. There's no cafeteria workers. There's no There's only a part of the place with a tray.
Okay. I would pick one up and go to talk to the easel girl to ask where to get food.
All right, and so you pick your tray up, and as you're walking towards her, you feel your tray gain a little weight, and you look down, and there is just a ginormous slice of steaming hot pizza on your plate.
Hey.
And James, that's your name.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
James,
gonna like pause before going try. Is there anyone like behind the counter or anything?
There is no counter.
I'll walk over to Jack and just. Where do we get? Were we supposed to bring our own food?
You see, he has food.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, that's just. Yeah. No, you made that, didn't you? Where was I supposed to bring my own?
go get the tray over there.
Okay, cool. You made
And
extra?
just come back over here. Go get the tray and come back to me.
Okay. He's gonna do so.
All right. So you
I'm
grab the
watching
tray.
with a smile, going, like, I know it's gonna happen and it's gonna be funny to watch.
You grab the tray, and as you are grabbing it, there's food on there.
He just stops
Like
and
there
looks.
wasn't food, but there wasn't food on there, but the second you touch the tray, there's food, and it is a large Reuben sandwich.
Ooh, that's nice. Man, how long are you guys gonna be surprised that magic is real?
He just kind of like pauses and looks, and then walks back to Jack. I haven't had this shit since Nebraska.
Oh, I haven't had potato soup since I was a kid.
This fucking rocks.
Gives you whatever you want.
Oh, you know I'm
Speaking of
coming here like middle of the night one night when we're like pissed ass drunk.
Speaking of whatever we want, Jay is on his way to the girl with the easel.
Oh my god.
Wait. Now that I think about it, I have seen you piss ass drunk, and you said that you were piss ass drunk with your girlfriend.
Ooh.
Those are the.
Oh, bringing that back.
So
All right,
James runs
Jay.
to Jay.
Jay, you go over. Who else is joining you to this girl?
James was originally, but I think he's too shocked that magic exists.
No, he's gonna go talk to Lasagna guy.
Lasagna guy.
Have fun.
All right, we'll start with Jay.
All right.
You go over and you kind of do you just sit down or do you?
I would walk over and say, "Hey, the name's Jay. Is this seat taken?" And I'd like to roll charm.
Go ahead and roll charm.
Hard success.
Hard success. I'm gonna roll on my dice, physical dice right here. I'm gonna roll something for her. Oof. You say that, and she just kind of, you don't know if she either didn't hear you or if she's ignoring you, but she's just continuing her painting. And as you kind of look over at what she's painting, and she is like a shit good artist. She is like, holy
A
crap.
shit
That is
good.
an interesting adjective.
A shit.
It
good.
works. She is like she's an amazing
Damn
artist.
good. Maybe
And it is a very realistic, like almost photorealistic painting of, it looks very much like the creature you encountered in the church wearing a Miskatonic Letterman jacket.
What? The girl I met in the church? What church?
No, the creature.
She
the
looks
basement.
like that
No,
creature?
The painting that she is making.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would say, whoa! What's that?
He was a former student.
She
He's a
kind of
dropout.
finally tears her eyes away. Sorry, what?
I'm Jaden. Nice to meet ya. Is this seat taken? And I'm gonna try again on Charm. Jay is what's it called? Headstrong? Yeah. So hard success again, by the way.
She smiles as she's like, I'm Ruby. No, I mean, the cafeteria is pretty empty, so I mean, I guess this seat is free.
Awesome. What you painting?
Oh, it's something for my class. I'm painting a ghoul.
That's what that is? Oh, I was wondering whenever I saw one of those in real life.
In real life. And as she says that, you see like she's like kind of repeating, oh, in real life, and as she says that, her painting kind of glows a little bit, and you hear from the like in the direction of this easel there kind of loud cacophony of screams, and as you're sitting down, you see like almost coming from inside the canvas a large claw grip the edge and pull itself out, and there
What
is now
the
standing
fuck?
on top of the table a ghoul wearing a Letterman jacket and looking around.
What is her reaction to this?
She kind of has this kind of like really quick moment of oh shit, and then it goes to like just deadpan, and she kind of backs up and swipes the air, like slashes the air in towards the creature with her paintbrush, and the ghoul dissolves and falls to the ground in a puddle of multicolored paints.
The
And
fuck?
you just hear from like one of the corner of the cafeteria, "Damn it, Ruby! That's the third time this month."
So we're not sitting next to Ruby ever, right, Jack?
Let's
By
talk
the
about
way,
it
Jay
later.
definitely fell back in his seat.
Yeah, she hearing that, she kind of blushes and then packs up her easel and then sits down and just starts eating her food.
Jay would like straighten himself up back on the seat and say, "So, the fuck was that?"
I was distracted and my power got away from me. It happens every now and then.
Your
Jay is
power?
really just wants to
Wait,
get some
your
boom.
your power lets you summon things?
Oh, only if I use the right paint, and I must have accidentally used the wrong paint today.
Seemed right to me. It like made it real.
Yeah, but I technically am banned from painting in the cafeteria, so if you could keep this quiet, I would very much appreciate it.
Jay would smirk and say, "Hey, I ain't no snitch."
I love this girl already.
I
Jay would
feel
say,
her.
"Yeah, so what's a ghoul, by the way? Because I have actually seen one, and it wasn't a fun experience."
They exist in like they kind of traverse throughout the waking world and the dreamlands. They live in the underworld part of the dreamlands, but they come to the waking world to eat humans.
Jay would like smile and yell to the others, "Hey, she's been to the Dreamlands!"
Oh no,
Oh,
to the
no?
dreamlands. I'm not allowed to go.
Good for
Why
her.
not?
I'm only a freshman.
Me too.
Why are you shouting at us?
I'm a freshman.
Nah, yeah, they never let freshmen in the dreamlands. So
Who wouldn't?
the president,
He
he
hasn't stopped.
forbids it.
He hasn't stopped me.
I don't know. All I know is what I was told, and I was told the freshmen are allowed in the dream.
What was my teacher's name again?
Let me see. How come you don't remember it?
Because it's weird.
Professor Haringa?
Oh, weird. Wow,
So-
rude.
Prof. Dot. How do you spell that?
Haringa.
Haringa. Okay. Why didn't Professor Haringa tell me about that whenever I was asking if I should go in or not?
Who?
Professor Haringa? She's in
Never heard of her.
building 10.
Building
Oh,
10.
she said she hasn't had a student in like 100 years or something, so.
I've never heard of her.
There's no building 10.
Okay. Well, whatever. She didn't tell me.
Hmm.
What the fuck? Why aren't freshmen allowed in?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about it being super dangerous, and freshmen are usually pretty dumb when it comes to this stuff. I
Told
don't
you
know.
so. Told you so.
Nice.
Well,
Have you
I
ever-
could have died again.
Have you ever had the chance to go in?
When would I have the chance?
Well, have you met? What were their names again? Gosh.
Oh, I got this. Their names are Kamenta and Nasht.
How do you spell that?
I just spelled.
Don't.
I just spelled.
KAMAN dash
I'm a
T
Nash and Nash.
KAMAN
dash THA
THA.
and then NASHT.
Okay. You go talk to Kamintha and Nasht while you're asleep, and they'll let you through the gate if you say you're ready.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to find out that it's against the rules. So, could you tell me more about the Dreamland? Because I haven't heard much of it.
I don't know much. I
Hmm.
only really know that about the ghouls. They live in the underworld part of the Dreamlands, and that's pretty much all I know. My teacher is able to summon them, and he taught us how to do so.
Were you blessed?
Blessed?
Blessed by an elder god. Since you've got that ability.
No, it's just something I learned.
You can just learn how to summon things through painting?
Hey, haven't you heard the saying, knowledge is power, especially for us dreamers.
How do I join
Knowledge
that class?
knowledge literally is power for us.
Okay. How do I join your class?
You say that.
The president puts you in a class based on what you'll be able to learn.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Curious.
it
You
was
said that-
nice chatting with you.
Yes.
Hit me up if you ever want to, chat again. And I'm gonna, wink.
Okay.
I would return to the group.
She kind of, as you're leaving, you look back and she's kind of looking around, and then pulls out her easel and starts painting again.
Oh boy.
No, like,
Campus police.
All
I
right.
would say the others, oh,
No.
curious. You say that knowledge is power, and yet they're separate stats.
Boo.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Did someone say lasagna?
So, Jay would return to the group and say, hey, what we thought was called a ghoul.
What I thought was called a bear.
As James is returning to the group, Jay is fuck. Jay is returning to the group.
One of the damn Jays.
Yeah, one of those. James is gonna go talk to the lasagna kid.
All right. So you go over there, and there's just a guy with his back to you, munching down on some lasagna. But as you head over, you kind of, as you see him pick up a plastic fork, get a bite of lasagna, and then just kind of, as he puts it towards what the mouth part of his head, you can't really tell because you're looking at him from behind. You hear just like a grinding sound, like a food grinder in the sink.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then he puts down, and you see he puts down a mangled up, like chewed up half of a plastic fork, and he just picks up another one and does the exact same thing.
What the fuck?
James just like raises an eyebrow, but then again, he's seen weird shit the entire. He just kind of like, okay, is just gonna walk over. Is this seat taken?
No. And he looks over at you, and your brain starts to hurt
Ah,
because looking at him, instead of a face, there's no mouth, there's no eyes, there's no nose, there's nothing except for these weird shapes that kind of like bulge out of the skin and turn like a Rubik's cube and then push back into it, making a smooth texture again, and it just does that constantly. But there you hear a voice. It just says, "Oh no, no, sit down."
That's my phobia.
How's it going, man? James.
That's pretty good. Oh, James, that's what they call me.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my real name.
What's
no.
your real name then?
His real name, he starts going off in some kind of like weird, like beeps, whistles, clicks, and all sorts of other noises that you've never heard before. It goes on for about a minute, and then he stops. Like that's my real name. But you can call me James.
Okay, James. Nice to meet you. So,
Yes.
why are you sitting in the corner?
I'm just eating my. I think they called this lasagna.
Yeah, no, they do. Where are you from?
Pluto.
Pluto? Not gonna lie, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard today. Okay. So I'm still second day.
Second day. I remember my second day.
Yeah, how'd you adjust?
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know, we learn about this university on Pluto when we're young, so we know about it pretty well. So it's nothing new.
Yeah, this is completely new to me.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Nebraska.
Nebraska. I don't know where that is.
Part of this continent.
Con-
I'm from Earth, I guess is the best way to put it.
Earth. Okay, I heard that they're kind of backwards there, and they don't teach everybody about what actually goes on.
Yeah, I just learned about it like a week ago, if even.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's calling us backwards. Isn't he on Earth right now?
No,
No.
you guys aren't on
Wait,
Earth.
what? No,
Remember?
but yeah.
You guys don't remember?
No, I do.
Don't
I do
question
know
it.
now because of the stars, yeah.
But this is a city on Earth. But this is a
Well-
city on Earth that's been put into space or something.
Yeah, true.
Still not on Earth.
Okay.
So, what's it like on Pluto? I mean, we don't. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't think we actually learned about it from what I've seen here.
Oh, it's much better than this place. This place is so hot. I'm so much more used to the cold.
How cold?
I'm not quite sure how it would measure out in your Earth measurements, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Okay, you're all good, man. So, what classes are you taking? I guess is the best thing to ask.
Oh, I am. I started with philosophy and psychology my freshman year.
Oh, hey, my friend Jack does psychology actually.
Oh, okay. And when you get put onto that, you get assigned one of the gods from one of the four categories, and then you start studying them, and then you get one of their. You kind of gain abilities as you research them, because knowledge is power.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I got assigned on Gobekeg.
Who? Sorry,
Gobekeg.
I don't know who that is.
He's one of the great old ones. You'll probably learn about him.
Okay. Yeah, so again, like I said, still all of this is very unfamiliar and new.
Yeah. Understandable. Who's your teacher?
I have Herbert West.
You get this not you don't really get to see anything, but you kind of like the weird things that are coming around that are moving on his face kind of slow down for a second, and you kind of get this like feeling wash over you for a second of just like pity.
Oh no!
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Why?
People. He's kind of an ass.
He didn't seem too bad other than like, I mean, they just did scare tactics like they always do for med school.
You poor, poor, sick animal.
I mean, yeah, he did scare off like 3 students, but again, that's nothing new that I haven't seen before in other anatomy classes. It's always the hardest.
Yeah, you don't worry. You'll get everything will start to feel a little normal as the year goes by.
I'm hoping for that, honestly. It's still like I haven't come to the cafeteria before, and grabbing a tray and just having food appear there was kind of weird.
Tell me about it. I didn't even know what this was until I picked up the tray.
Yeah, no, it's never been my favorite. I've always preferred Reuben's or some good sandwiches, but that's just me. You want to try a bite?
Now, if you could tell me what exactly is in a lasagna?
It's beef, like tomato sauce, cheese, some bread. It just kind of depends. But yeah.
Wait, okay, out of game. Vincent, did you just say people put bread in a
I
lasagna?
know. I messed that up. I know.
You don't put loaves of bread in your lasagna?
No, I do not put slices of sourdough.
Why
I
not?
just put slices of grocery bread in my lasagna.
Because I'm
Look.
not a freak.
Look, aren't lasagnas just pasta fun sandwiches?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I messed up. I accept the fact that I messed up, though.
Kind of like grabs a fork and lifts up one of the layers with his fork. He's like,
Lasagna is
Oh.
just the meat version of a birthday cake.
shut up. I don't like it.
Oh my goodness. What the hell?
Yeah, he grabs a fork and kind of lifts up one of the pasta layers and was like, "What's this brown stuff?
Ground beef.
Beef? I've heard that it is an Earth delicacy."
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's been a lot. I mean, it's in my sandwich right now.
Hmm.
Absolutely, my
Okay.
friend.
Okay.
It absolutely is.
So what do you eat on Pluto then, if you don't mind me asking? So I'm, like I said, not really sure about anything.
Oh, we don't so much eat. We just kind of absorb.
Okay, so it's not like you make stuff. It's just you, like you.
Absorb.
Okay. Huh.
He says it kind of like, "You should know this."
I've never heard that before.
And like he doesn't say anything more than when you try to get him to explain it. He just, "We absorb."
All right.
You hit the repeat section of this NPC's dialogue tree.
Jake, you don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on, but I know what's being said.
No, you actually don't.
Do you mind if I ask a few other questions? Just trying to get my bearings still.
I mean, I guess, yeah, sure, why not?
Any advice?
For surviving?
Yeah, probably. I was just gonna ask about advice for college, but yeah, surviving sounds good.
Don't go alone.
What do you?
One of my fellow classmates tried to go out into the wilderness on his own. He did a lot of studying, so he thought he knew what he was doing. We never heard from him.
Okay, good to know. Do you know anything about the Dreamverse, Dream World thing?
No, I don't know anything. I know it exists, but I did not. I haven't done any. I haven't had any classwork to do for it, so I've just stayed away.
See, that is smart. People were trying to drag me into it yesterday, which just seemed really dumb.
I would say unless you're told that you need to start learning about it, don't worry about it.
I like that logic, actually. And James will just sit there and talk with the guy for the rest of the lunch period, basically. He's a pretty chill
Okay.
dude.
James and James talking it out.
Hell
And I'm
yeah.
guessing the rest of you guys are just sitting on your own.
Eating some pizza.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Ruby though.
Considering going to the 13-year-old girl, because now I'm really freaking curious what hers
Of
is.
course- Oh wait, I can't say that online. Uh, First of all,
Think
I'm gonna keep an eye on Ruby because I do not trust that girl anymore. I do not want to see another animal or something being summoned in here. But I do have one more question that I don't think we're going to be getting answered here. But are any of you guys curious about Arkham? Not the real one, but the other one that they said exists.
You mean the town?
Yeah, the town, Arkham, the fake one that they said, the one that's a parallel reality or whatever it is.
Uh, well, do you want to go out this weekend to town while we all don't have classes?
I think I do.
What makes you think you don't have classes on the weekend?
Number one, I want to know if I'm actually out here.
I'm
And
saying
number
that
two,
the idea that one day this week we might all get a time of period where we're not immediately all in classes.
Never. No, I'm just kidding.
but well, I do want to head out there. Number one, because well,
I'm back
I'm curious
with food.
how these people exist. I want to know a little bit more. But number two, I'm gonna need a little more cash and possibly some more bullets. Speaking of,
Why do you need more bullets?
and
That killed 3 hobos behind the dumpster, of course.
Jaden's gonna check his Jaden's gonna check his phone. Has he gotten any offers on his click pictures?
On his what pictures?
Click.
Oh,
Click.
click. You have not.
Hmm, shame. Just gonna put it back in his pocket. They they wanted me to take a sword, and that's not a good idea for obvious reasons. So instead, we went to the range. Apparently, they have a range now.
Where's the range?
Um, it's over by where
You know,
me and
Gavin, all of you guys were given maps of the campus when you first arrived.
I know, but I'm not gonna pull out my map and show them. I gotta make it difficult.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's understandable. Go
That's
for
in
it.
character.
I actually, it's actually near where me and James go ahead and study. You know, it's over by whatchamacallit, Munaz Clinic. It's a little bit near the PE building, like just to the right of it.
Bill. Oh, okay. I know where you're at. I'm in building 5. You're over by the forest. By the president's quarters.
Yes. But anywho,
I would
point
like to note that Jack has probably done almost freaking memorized the damn map by this point.
What a nerd.
Jack has this innate. I don't want to be lost on a place I don't know where I'm at.
but yeah. I guess that I'm going to be over there for a while, but it's whatever. Point is, if you want to use it, you can. I think it's free range. They're thinking of tearing it down, though.
I mean, we can go out there and do some practice shots. It's been a while since I used my shotgun.
Also, if anybody asks, I did not shoot out that one window.
I don't want to know plausible deniability and all.
Wow, wrong character, Jake.
Oh, shut up. That was a reference for us. Um, I would like to go to town anyways, just to pick up some stuff, and I also wanted to see if I could get a letter out.
All right. Then how about when we get to the weekend, we go ahead and head over to the town. After all, I could also use a little bit of money. How about you? Are you coming, Jay?
Where are we going?
We're thinking about heading into town over the weekend. The fake town, not the real one.
Oh, I go there all the time on my way to class.
Really? What's it like?
Do you want me to tell you what it's like?
Yeah, go ahead and he would explain it.
It's, I mean, it's just fairly normal, except for the fact that the people are the ones that aren't really normal. It looks like historic Old Town, Arkham. There's none of the New Town Arkham. It's all Old Town. But the people are what make it kind of odd and obviously different, because there's all the you see a lot of different, I guess, types of people.
What you mean by that? Nah, I'm joking. I know what you
So they apparently took past Arkham and put it over here, and present Arkham is still over there on Earth.
Oh, well, guys, I hate to cut lunch short, but I have some stuff that I have to go and do. I'll see you later tonight, maybe. Oh, and as soon as James is done talking to Beep, let him know that I need to talk to him.
James or Beep?
James,
Okay.
our James.
Also, as a warning, it wasn't a bear. It was a ghoul. We gotta get used to the whole magic stuff. We can't just deny it.
One crazy thing at a day, please. I'm still trying to get over the fact that I'm in a mystic university and that I am dealing with people that have a sister facility on Saturn. So, one crazy thing a day, or my brain may not be able to take it. And I'm actually going to bid them adieu, and I'm going to go to Professor Peasley.
Okay.
I'm going to gingerly knock on on Professor Peasley's door.
Yes, come in.
Um, Professor, I had a couple of questions. If you
Oh,
don't
come in, sit down.
mind you. So one of my friends apparently is uh wanting to access the Dreamlands.
She was looking down at her papers, and as you say that, she kind of looks up. That you are a freshman here. That is not allowed for a freshman.
He's the one wearing the mask thingy. Apparently, he was told by his professor that he was supposed to, and that it was a normal thing.
No, unless um under special circumstances by the president himself, no freshman can go into the Dreamlands.
What are the Dreamlands?
There are, well, you already know about the great ones, the ones who rule the Dreamlands, yes? I assume if you've been doing your schoolwork.
Yes, sir.
The Dreamlands is another, not really place in space, but its own kind of realm of reality. It is home to many creatures and ruled over by the Great Ones under the protection. The Great Ones are under the protection of an outer god. Generally, we find ourselves drawn to it when we sleep.
W- w- Um, and apparently, me and my friends ran into a ghoul before we came to the university. Um, w- what outer god deals with the ghoul?
She kind of leans back. And, Where did you run into this school?
In my hometown of Jericho, in an old abandoned church
On Earth.
on Earth. Yes.
I see. She looks at you and is like, just a moment, and walks out of the room, pulling out her phone, and you hear as she's uh as she closes the door behind her, you kind of just barely hear, "This is Miss Peasley. Give me the president. This is urgent." And after a couple minutes, she walks back in. I'm sorry, but we cannot continue our conversation right now. I do hope if you have any other questions, come to me at some other time. But the president would like to see you in his office.
I'm not in trouble, am I?
That remains to be seen. And if you could
Oh no.
get the rest of those that came here with you,
I believe.
they need to come with you as well.
Okay. I'll go get them at once.
Uh,
And I will I will say goodbye to Professor Peasley and I will call Jack and go,
You are
I
Jack.
call myself.
I'm gonna call myself and go, hey dumbass, I think you screwed up.
All right, how many of you guys? Where have you guys
I was
gone?
gonna go to office
Since
hours
lunch is over.
with Herbert West.
You're going back to Herbert West, okay? Jay?
I've already finished my class, right?
Yeah, you've already finished your classes for the day.
Uh, I guess I would go to the library and
Okay.
read up on my Italian.
Alrighty.
I assume that we have each other's phone numbers by this point.
I texted you last night, remember?
No, you don't
Yeah.
have my number, Jack.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have the phone number of the guy that is living in my
Yeah,
house.
not at all.
And
Uh,
Jaden, where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah, where are you?
I imagine that Jaden would just sort of be wandering around the campus, and just looking at all the sites.
Okay.
I'm gonna call or I'm gonna text each one of them individually, going, "Meet me at the president's office."
Ha, joke's on you. James puts his phone on silent when he's talking to teachers like a champion.
Teacher's
Like
pet.
a fucking nerd.
And I'll go I'll go report to the president. I'm a
Alright.
good student.
How about we take a quick like 5 minute break?
I'm good with that. I'll get some water.
Just like 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Everyone in chat, we will be back in about 5 minutes. And then we'll be back.
We will.
And remember, everybody, tonight is a little bit of an extra long session
We started at
because
8.
we're not coming next week.
Woo! Because 4th of July, and we're gonna let you guys enjoy your family time.
Be back in 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from intermission. Please note that this is not changed from an adult stream. It still is an adult stream, so viewer discretion is advised for harsh language and graphic content. With that out of the way, let's go back to the crazy adventures of this ragtag group.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Good, man. Why are you so hostile?
I
All
admitted you right as you said shut the fuck up, too. It's the best part.
Time to go see the president, because I got a bone to pick with him.
I want to go talk to
All right,
Herbert West
so-
and do office hours.
So you guys are going to the president's
I am
office.
not. I'm going to Herbert West, punk.
Well, I guess
Well,
we're
you
not
were
going.
you were already in the office by the time, like in his office, by the time Jack called you.
Like I said, James's phone is on silent when he's in class.
Shame.
Silent
guess-
doesn't necessarily mean not on vibrate.
No, I mean like do not disturb.
Oh, at the bare minimum, me and Jay are going there.
Yes.
Bingo.
All right. So you're standing outside the office. The door opens.
I walk in.
I walk in.
All right.
I walk in.
The president is sitting behind his desk, just kind of staring at you with his blank face, blank emotionless face. Just weren't there four of you?
We sent a message to our last friend James. He, I believe, is in the medical facility. Which professor is his?
He hasn't been answering. Or, yeah, he hasn't been answering.
All right. Let me make a call. He picks up the phone and James, you're talking with your teacher. You know, he's trying to teach you, but it's kind of hard for you, James, because it's kind of pretty clear that he really doesn't want to teach you this stuff, but he's kind of being forced to teach you.
So it's like normal medical teachers, okay.
Um, and the phone starts to ring, and he goes in. 1 second. Yes, Mr. President. I thought I told you not to interrupt my genius when I'm teaching.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Wow, he suddenly grew a set.
Fine. Don't blame me when he becomes an incompetent shit. He hangs up the phone, looks at you. James, you're needed at the president's office.
Can it wait until after we're done?
No, apparently it cannot.
What do we even do? Okay. Can I come back afterwards?
If I am here,
Thank you. Jeez,
and if you're alive, and then you walk out the door.
Oh shit, okay. Right.
Meanwhile, I've probably asked the president, "Are we in trouble?"
That depends. Sit down.
He's
Sure.
not walking quick. He is taking his
By the way,
sweet
there are
time.
only 2 chairs.
I called one of them.
I've done sit, bitch. So
James is taking
Sorry,
his
James.
sweet ass time walking across campus.
Oh no, this isn't fair. Now there's nowhere for me to sit.
On the floor, bitch.
Jim's gonna sit crisscross applesauce on the floor.
Well, while we're waiting on him, I wanted to talk to you about something. Mind if I do?
I suppose since we're waiting on James, we can talk.
You ever heard of a guy you invited by the name of Dante?
I invite many people.
Dante's a dreamer like us. He also,
They're all dreamers.
well, except him, and I'd point at Jay.
It was a special case.
Well, and I said, well, Dante's a dreamer, and you invited him, but like us, was in a special circumstance. Unfortunately, he had an issue with a ghoul and got blamed for the murder of someone. He told us he kind of saved a life in a way. And at the church incident we talked to you about. And unfortunately, like, he's getting in trouble for saving us. So I was wondering if could the school maybe help him out, get him over here?
I will see to it what needs to be done. Um, we have an agent actually in the law enforcement section in Jericho, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Thank you.
And you just sit there and wait
It takes. Wait.
for
Quick
James.
question: how far is the campus from, or how far is the office from the medical building?
It's not that far.
It is really not that far. It is literally like you're in building 4, they're in building 7. You're like right across the
So what I'm
park,
hearing is I go
and it
all
is
the
very
way.
small
I
section
go
of the park.
all the way around building 3 in a nice scenic walk.
Every second you waste of the president's time is another second that he is going to punish the shit out of
know.
you. You think this magic man doesn't know what you're doing, you fucker? You're
He
dead.
walks around building 3, and he will eventually get there. And
Alright.
then
Shall we wait?
I guess.
No, the door is open.
he walks in. You needed to see me,
James,
President?
sit down.
Okay, there's nowhere to sit.
Join me on the floor.
Can I stand?
I understand you had a run-in with a ghoul.
Yeah, we did. Back at the church in
Oh, you're talking
Jericho.
about Jack?
What?
Hi, James.
About Jack.
You do realize that this is important, right?
So is studying?
This is the president.
Had a run-in with a ghoul, as I've become knowledgeable of what they were called.
I would like to hear your story. Tell me what happened.
I tell him what happened.
I tell him what happens.
I thought you were shit.
Do you leave anything out? Do you tell him everything?
I tell him everything about the even to the dreams that I had been having about the church beforehand. Everything that the voice said, that he offered us to join his army.
He seems very, very interested in what the voice has to say.
Yeah, I tell him every bit and detail. I also then say, oh, and the cultists that like people believed summoned the stuff. They this was the book I found that they were using.
He takes the book from you and looks at it. This is not good.
Didn't you have a flash drive on that shit or something as well?
I do. It's for it's some of Dante's notes, and I'd pull out a flash drive from my backpack.
Alright, I will have to get a computer installed in here.
I would then pull out my laptop. No need.
I will still need a computer installed in here. And he takes the flash drive from you.
Shouldn't you already
Okay.
have one?
Well, you look around and it is there are no computers. There are filing cabinets and there's a typewriter, but there's no computer. This does not sound good.
Any clue who
That-
that voice was?
That voice it was in the church, you say.
Well, it was
In the church, on the phone.
more in our heads.
But while you were in the church,
Didn't it talk to us while we were outside of the church too?
I only heard it inside the church.
No, I
Yeah,
only
it was.
inside the church.
I'm saying when Jack and I went outside, I think we heard it as well.
Well, we did hear it outside the church, but we were still in the area of the church.
Yeah, I would say inside the church, a little bit outside the church, as long as we were within the barrier.
and this book was in the church.
Yes, the book was in the church. Also, I heard it in my dreams, but that might have just been fortune telling.
This This does not sound good. This symbol, he points at the symbol, is the symbol of Nyarlathotep. And if the voice is saying what you were indeed saying, telling the truth about, the realm he talks about is not his, but the Great One's. It seems that Nyarlathotep is trying to forcefully take over the Dreamlands.
Jay's
That's
just like, I have no
good.
clue what you're talking about.
If he succeeds, he'll have the prime opportunity to invade not only Earth, but the rest of the other terrestrial dreamlands and the other terrestrials.
So really not good.
Yes. You did well not to listen to him.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna kill Dante. What the
But
fuck?
That was kind of against medical code. Huh.
Shift in his chair and kind of like, yeah, good thing we didn't listen to him.
Jay would smirk at you.
Good thing we didn't try to free the beast, huh?
Go, continue your classes. I will think about what must be done. And if I am right, you all need to build up your skills for what will happen.
Why us? Aren't we safe here?
But he has drawn his attention to that book, and he is ignoring you.
I would say, I thought you said we were safe here.
Yeah, why us? I
Yes,
mean,
yes, but if Nyarlathotep succeeds in what he is planning, there is no safe place. One cannot run from an invading outer god.
Well, didn't we stop him? What's the issue?
You stopped him from recruiting you.
We also didn't save his pet.
But
For
there's more than just one way into the Dreamlands. There are physical passages. That's must be how that ghoul got out. And if it is indeed his pet, then then that is even more troubling, as he seems to have rallied the ghouls.
Oh, well then this is probably important. Dante ran into a ghoul back where he was blamed for the murder of someone. So there's probably ghouls over there as well.
I will send a team out there.
All right.
Go. Continue. Grow your skills.
Yes, sir.
Learn.
so pushy.
Yeah, as we walk out of class, James is gonna put an arm around Jack. So we got called into the office from our classes to be told to go back to our classes.
My classes are over.
I mean, so are mine, but office hours?
What do you mean?
Do you not know what office hours are?
They probably didn't have those at my
Well,
college.
It's like a set time that the teacher's in office that you can go and ask questions, and yeah. So,
Jane's gonna start leading these guys and look for Professor Lake.
Alrighty, Roo.
All right, I'll go check if Professor Haringa is in.
Okay.
back to Herbert West.
Okay.
I mean, I guess at this point I'm going back to Professor Peasley, or is it Dr. Peasley?
It's whichever one.
I'll go back.
She has no preference.
I'll go back to Professor Peasley.
Okay. We'll start with you, Jaden. Where do you go to find her?
First things first, I'm gonna head back to the classroom.
Okay.
That
Okay.
seems like a good place to look.
You don't see her there, but those two swords are still there.
Okay.
It's like the room has been untouched.
Come
Um,
on, take the
not in
swords.
here. Jaden's going to go and see if he can find some sort of staff member, any sort of janitor, someone about.
You look around the hall and you see another professor walking down the hall.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me,
Yes.
Professor. I was wondering, do you happen to know where Professor Lake is right now?
Hmm. I would imagine that she's in her classroom.
Oh, I just checked there. She wasn't there.
Did you check the classroom or the embalming room?
Oh, there's a different whatever. I checked the embalming room, I think.
Oh yes, it is just down the hall, third door from the left.
I'm gonna go down the hall to the third door on the left.
All right. It's a classroom, a normal classroom.
Is there a class going on inside?
There's no class going on, but there is your professor just sitting there, like looking over some papers.
I'm gonna head inside. Professor Lake,
Yes. Jaden. Hello.
I had a question.
Ask
I
away.
I just talked to the president, and apparently we met up with a ghoul of some kind. Something about Nyarlathotep, or however you call it. Can I ask what all of that is about? Who is that?
He is one of the outer gods who has been tasked with protecting the great ones in the Dreamlands. We really haven't heard much from him since he was banished over into the Dreamlands.
He's in the Dreamlands now?
As far as we know, yeah.
He said something about Nyarlathotep trying to take over the dream world. And you said he's in the dream world. What is the dream world exactly? One of one of the people I traveled here with tried to take us into the dream world.
The dream world, it's a realm of existence that you can enter when you go to sleep. Um, it's basically just a world of dreams. I mean, but it's not it's its own realm of existence. It continues on when you're not sleeping. It has its own habitants. It has its own creatures. It has its own beings. I mean, it's its own little world. But the only way for us to enter it is by dreams.
Is it possible for something to get out?
Oh yes, yes. I mean, how do you think we get this Flubluba kick?
He said that we might have to deal with Nyarlathotep. That isn't true, right? I mean, can't you send someone else to do it if he does actually become a problem?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what the president does. The president seems to know things that we don't know, so we just leave. If he says that things need to happen a certain way, then we just go with it. He's been around far longer than any of us, so he clearly knows what's best.
Hypothetically, if I did try and use one of those swords,
Yes.
would I be able to defend myself?
Well, was the point of teaching you how to use one.
Even if I'm not that strong?
Hey, anybody can use a sword.
Is that something we might learn tomorrow?
If you want to learn that, we can, or we can continue with your firearm.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow then, I guess. And Jin will leave the room.
All right. Jack.
I'm going to go to Professor Peasley's office and look for her.
She's just there.
Um, Professor Peasley.
Ah, Jack. Hello.
Yeah, so I just finished speaking to the president. Apparently, Narlathotep is supposed to be trying to take over the Dreamlands.
Does not bode well if he succeeds.
No, it does not.
He's tried that once before with Earth. That's why he was banished to the Dreamlands.
I have multiple questions to ask favors of, if that's okay.
Favors.
I would like to also study Narlethotep along with Yogg-Sothoth. And could you go into a little bit more detail about how my power works? I understand I'm able to manipulate causalities. I'm trying to understand, does that mean that I can alter outcomes to what I favor? I'm trying to understand how to use my power more because I get the feeling bad stuff's about to happen.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you know, causality and reality are practically the same thing. What can happen will happen. So,
What will happen can happen.
from what I remember of the of Miss Carmen, she was not only she was able to stop things from happening instead of like her her friend was going to be uh it was in a bad situation. She was going to drown. So she stopped she changed the what would happen and made what could happen a reality. And the pool that her friend was drowning in had no water.
Big brain move there.
Do you get what I'm getting at?
She's able to Miss Carmen was able to manipulate things to prevent outcomes that she did not find favorable and was able to create situations that would result in her favored outcome.
The world is only true as much as you see it. So if you can see it differently, who's to say that what you're seeing is not what's actually there?
Is this person's name Schrodinger?
Yes.
I think I understand.
We can do some experiments if you wish.
I would like to try some experiments if possible, Professor.
But not today.
No, I don't expect today.
She gestures at this towering stack of paperwork. I have tests to grade.
Yes, and I'll leave it. I'll leave you to that. I just wanted to finish our discussion.
And
And
no, you cannot study another deity. You are only able to do one at a time.
I understand. Thank you for the consideration, though. Good night, Professor.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Now, I had to mute for in real life situation. Um, were we given permission to go to the dream world or not?
Not
I don't
yet,
believe
no.
so. No.
Not yet.
Okay. That was my. That was also one of the things I was trying to figure out if we got
What a bitch
permission
not
for.
listening. Wow.
I know it has to be given by the president. Okay.
Yeah, none of you brought that up, so you
Brought
didn't.
what up?
James was told if you
To go into the dream realm.
What to do? It's pretty easy.
if
No, none of you brought up the fact. None of you brought up to the fact to the president that
I'm
you
sorry.
need permission from the president to
real
get to
issue.
go in there.
I would have talked to. I would have asked the president about that.
Oh well.
I'm gonna ask my teacher.
James is not going to ask at all. He was told unless you got to study it, don't touch it, and that's exactly how he's going with.
James, let's start. Let's go to you. You're
I
going to
am.
Herbert West. But you go there, and the door is locked, and there is a note on the front of the door, and it reads, "Student,
Singular.
because you left my teachings, I am no longer going to teach you for today. Go home and think about how you can be a better student."
I want to take that note and go to the president.
I don't think the president's gonna want to see you
I
right
don't
now.
care.
You going to bring
I
that note
want
to
to
the
ask a few
president?
questions.
Okay. You knock on the door and hey, come in.
Hey, how's it going? I have a few questions for you.
James, hello.
How are you?
What are your questions?
Well, so got a note when walking back to class from being called here, and basically says that because I left, I wasn't going to be able to be taught today. So, why did we get called out for that exact reason? Because we were just told to go back to class?
I needed to hear your story.
Alright, and it is.
I cannot control what Herbert West does. What he does is up to him. But I needed to hear your story of what happened.
Okay, is he always like this?
Yes.
Good to know. Is there any.
For as long as I have known Mr. West, he has always been just a little full of himself.
Good to know.
But pay no mind.
Is there any other classes I could take along with this?
You have your other classes already.
My normal ones, yeah. I'm talking about like the
Yes.
met a guy from Pluto. Apparently, that saw some people doing art. Is there any other?
No, you are to study under Herbert West, and under Herbert West you shall study.
Okay, yeah. Also, I don't have any books because he apparently just checks them all out.
His teaching style is rather intriguing, but I'm sure you'll learn much from him.
Okay, yeah. So just rest of the day off then.
It would seem so if that's what Herbert West
I'm good with
deems.
that. And he's gonna leave, and just go. I'm gonna look at the map and determine where he goes. Is there like a rec center, or just somewhere to chill?
Why don't
I
you
am
look at
looking
the
at the
map?
map, punk. Maintenance hall.
It's the map. It's the map. Look at the
Fuck
fucking
you,
map.
fuck you.
I got you in trouble with
Yeah,
the
fuck you.
teacher. I got you in trouble with the teacher.
There's a
There's the athletic fields if
There's
you
a
want to go
science
there.
annex. What's in the science annex?
More, I mean, what do you think?
Is there like a Is there like a lab that I can work in to try to see what the solution is made of?
That would be in the sciences building.
Yeah, I want to go there and I want to try to like recreate the solution.
Okay, even though he told you specifically not to.
Well, not recreate, I guess is the best word. I want to see what it's made of. I was told not to recreate it, so I'll just, reverse engineer it instead.
Okay. Okay. I would like for you to make a roll for me,
Pharmacology?
please. Make a roll for me, please. Make a, sure, why not make a pharmacology? That would work perfectly, actually.
Or not. Can I try to push it? And I'm going to do this by
How?
basically, so the equipment that I'm using was probably going to be PES equipment, or electron spectroscopy. I want to try to use a mass
Yeah.
spectroscopy equipment and see if I can get any varying results.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Fucking hell.
Oh!
It's my best skill. Fucking hell.
So, you managed to figure out roughly 50% of the ingredients,
Oh.
but then you look at it a second time, and those ingredients that you saw in there the first time are no longer there, and they have been replaced with other ingredients that you cannot discern.
Do I remember the first ingredients, and can I write both down?
You don't know what the ingredients are the second time, but you just know that the ingredients that you saw the first time are no longer there the second time.
Is that just between the varying equipment?
No.
Huh.
You look at it in the you look at it and it what, Jake?
I said it's magic, bitch.
You look at it in both pieces of equipment, and whenever you look at it in each piece of equipment, the same ingredients are never there.
Okay, so every time I try to look at it again, it changes.
Yes.
Is there someone, like, overseeing the lab?
Yes.
I want to ask for their help.
How can I
I
help you?
was trying to just do some homework, I guess, some out of class. I don't know how to put it, but they can't. These ingredients seem to keep changing. Can you maybe recommend some equipment to use or a possible solution?
He looks at the vial in your hand, sees the glowing green liquid, and his eyes kind of widen. He's like, "You're one of Herbert West's students."
Well, I'm the only West student.
I will not go under the. I will not deal with that. I do not want to deal with the anger of Herbert West. You are on your own. Have a good day. And he runs out of the room.
Hi, you got the scary teacher.
Is there anyone else in the lab?
Yeah, there's a teacher. In
Yeah.
there. Like an actual professor instead of.
Oh yeah, I want to
student.
ask the professor then. Just
Okay.
the same thing.
Yes, I can help you.
I was wondering if you could recommend any equipment to use for determining ingredients in a solution.
What's the solution?
Of the vial here.
You're one of Herbert West's boys, aren't
the
you?
only one at this moment.
Yes, he has specifically requested that we do not allow his students to look at his specimens, he calls it. So no, I'm sorry, I
What
won't be
if
able to
I
help
were
you.
to change it a bit? Could I look at it then? Because it technically wouldn't be his.
Sorry, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave if you're gonna mess with his equipment.
Can I?
He is very insistent on what is to be done with
Do
his
you know
stuff.
why?
Nobody wants to cross him, so
Again, do you know why?
that's just him.
Just him.
That's just how
So
he
I
is.
can't use the facility here for that.
No, sir. Sorry.
Ah. He's gonna walk back to the station and clean it up a bit, and then I have a weird theory, and I want to try to add some food dye to it. Yeah,
Food
I don't
dye.
know. I want to see if it actually shifts the color at all.
Okay.
And he's doing this as he's walking away,
The
so he's not in the lab anymore.
what color?
Let's do blue.
Okay, so you drop some blue food coloring
Now it's blue flavored.
into
Blue
right?
raspberry.
No, it tastes like no, it doesn't taste like blue raspberry. It just tastes like blue. So you put the blue food coloring into the glowing green
Mhm.
concoction, and it turns blue for a second, and then turns a bright purple, and then goes yellow, and then red, and then goes back to green, and there's no sign of any difference
Huh.
after that.
Is there cadavers anywhere?
You are in a medical
Exactly. I want
science
to go find
building.
some cadavers.
Okay.
I mean, he said class is over for the day, so
You
we're gonna go
find-
test out the, you know.
All right. You walk into one room that would appear to have some cadavers, but there's nothing on the tables, and for some reason the tables are all shoved aside, and there's just two swords sitting in the center of the room, but no bodies.
He's just gonna like look down. He's gonna walk over and look at the swords.
There is how much do you know
Not
your
at all.
swords? Because you are a college student, actually.
They don't teach.
Did you study
Oh,
like
I would
history
study. I would have
stuff?
studied history. Yes. You
Yeah,
want me to make a history? Yeah.
make a history roll.
Where is history? Shit.
Make a history roll.
Locksmith, medicine, arts and crafts, maybe? No. I always get lost on the sheet somehow.
Arts and crafts.
Fuck
Yeah, that
you.
sounds like
Okay.
history.
It's literally right in
Oh,
the
there it is.
center.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, jack shit.
So one appears to be made out of metal and curved.
Mm.
The other one appears also to be made out of metal, a black metal, and is not curved but very large and heavy looking.
Hmm.
I mean, not large. Like the other one, the curved sword is kind of big. The the black straight sword is kind of medium size. Looks a little big for a sword, but not too big. I mean, you don't
just
really know
kinda
swords, so you're just guessing. It's be like, it looks a little big for a
It's a little
sword,
big for
but
its size.
what do I know?
He's just gonna awkwardly like look around and then go try to find another room with cadavers in it.
All right. You eventually find your way into a room
You could
that
just pick
Oh
cadaver.
no.
looks a lot like a morgue. You know, it's got the units and everything for like a police station morgue.
I'm gonna. Is there anyone in the room?
There's nobody in the room. In fact, you had to turn
I'm
on the
gonna
lights when you
walk
came
over
in.
to one of the, capsules. I guess is the best way to put it in. Oh, look for a tag first to make sure I'm not opening something I'm not supposed to.
There
I'm
is
gonna
no
open it.
tag. There are actually no tags on
we're
any
gonna-
of these.
Turn the handle and pull it open.
All right. You open it up, and there's just a large pile of sand.
We're just gonna look for an actual body. We're gonna close that one up and make sure not to mess with it.
All right. You open another one up, and there's a just a skull, but it is a human-looking skull, but with an elongated cranium.
Did he
I've
say
heard
that it
of
would
them.
work on any body no matter what the state?
He did not
Okay,
say
we're gonna
anything
look for
about
another
that.
one then. Just gonna keep going down the line.
You keep searching. You're finding weird, random shit, but no bodies that you think would be able to be used. Eventually, though, you finally come to the not the last one, but you finally come to this one after you're just about to give up, and you find a you open it up, and it's kind of, it's the size, like the slab is the size of a human, just slightly larger than the size of a human. But you open it up and it's practically empty, but you keep on opening it and like pulling it out, and there's just a little tiny dead mouse.
That works. So I want to try and use the solution, but before I do, put a drop of food coloring and have it go through that color cycle and inject it as it's going through the cycle.
Okay.
Gross.
This is interesting because you had never even tried it base
No, we did,
before.
didn't we? Oh, then I'm gonna do that as a
No.
control. Because yeah, no, that's kind of dumb.
All right. You're using up one of
Yep.
your vials.
Can I use half of it, or do I have to use the full?
No, you have to use
No,
the
he
full.
said I can get more though, so it's just okay.
All right, so you use up one of the vials. Do you remember how to properly prepare it? And put it into the thing?
Out of character, no.
I think I told you like after one of the games. I think I
I didn't.
told
Last
you
game I
how
left almost
to.
right after, so I don't remember.
I guess I might not
I
have.
remember something being mentioned about how you had to use all of it.
Let me see.
Hey, chat! If you're able to
Okay.
remember, please always feel free to put things in the chat because we do watch and we will acknowledge you if you put
Seamless
something in the
transition.
chat.
Basically, what it was. I'm pretty sure I told you was you had to like do almost like an autopsy on the
Right.
creature. You remember?
Not.
Now you had to do an autopsy kind of thing, move the organs around so that way they all were connected, and like stuff could flow in from one end of the
Yeah.
of an organ and go all throughout all
Right.
of the other organs. And then you just inject it um, into the creature, not any place specific, just anywhere into the creature, and it would work.
Alright, we're gonna do that then.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you inject it, and you kind of can see almost the creature take like begin like, because its eyes are open when you're doing
Yeah.
this. I mean, it's dead. But its eyes almost start to take a faint greenish glow to it. And then you watch as the body of this mouse, which is kind of like almost, I guess you could say, like
Mm-hmm.
ripped open in a sense, close on its own, and it stiffly and slowly turns over onto its feet, and gets up and turns around and looks right at you.
Alright. Jim's gonna kind of like look and just like, huh. Does it like respond to his movements?
It it kind of, as as much as it can as a mouse, it kind of like stands up on its two hind legs and kind of looks at you.
Okay, this is gonna be dumb, but do you understand me?
It tilts its head to the side, like kind of like a dog.
Sit?
it goes back and sits down.
Oh, okay, that is.
You feel though, as you're doing this kind of slight pressure in the back of your mind.
Sort of West shoving me.
Kind of like there's something there that like only came into your mind when this thing started coming back, when this mouse
Mhm.
started coming back, you know? And you kind of feel this pressure, and when you told it to sit, kind of almost inadvertently, like you told it to sit, and as you told it to sit, you felt this pressure. You kind of felt your mind kind of push against it as you said to sit, and then it sat, and now it's just kind of like a faint pressure now, not as much as it was when you first brought it back.
Alright. I wonder how long this has lasted for. He's gonna very cautiously put his hand out. Climb on?
And again, as you say that, you kind of feel yourself pushing against that
Mhm.
pressure in your mind. And it does it very easily because, you know, it's just a very faint pressure in your
So
head.
the smaller the creature, yeah.
And it sits up and walks right onto your hand.
He's gonna like set it on his shoulder and then just go for a walk. He's curious of how long this is gonna last now.
All right.
I just have a zombie mouse.
How long do you walk around?
A bit, and then I'm gonna like take a photo. I'm gonna take a photo
Okay.
and send it to Jack.
All right. I mean, it just looks like a regular
Yeah.
mouse.
I take a photo of it perched on my shoulder.
All right. So you walk around, and about like 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, you feel that pressure in your mind lessen extremely to the point of it's not there anymore, almost. And you feel the mouse on your shoulder kind of swaying, and then it topples back and falls off. And you look back, and all that is left is just a pile of dust on the
Huh.
ground.
I'm assuming like there's no other like human cadavers.
No.
Is there like a front desk for the medical school?
No.
So like no receptionist area I can talk to.
No. It's just like a typical like school building but there's no like front desk. It's just all like classrooms and labs and morgues.
Alright, then after that he's gonna go ahead and let me look at the map one more time. Shit. Okay, let's see. I gotta read the map, man. I'm sorry. I'm a slow reader, I know.
Uh-huh. You didn't memorize the map at the second I gave it to you?
What is the twist? I'm gonna go to the twisted quad.
You're gonna go
Number
Where was it that
23,
you
the
said you were
twisted
going?
quad.
Fuck, where is that on
It's
the
like in
map?
the center of the buildings.
Oh, the Twisted Quad, dude. That's the park where you guys came into the
Oh,
university.
never mind then. Let's not go back there. What is? Let's go to the athletics field. Screw it.
Okay, you go to the athletics field, and you notice that there's some strange things on this athletics field that aren't normally on an athletics field, because normally it's just, you know, a field for people to do athletics. But here you see an archery range, you see a shooting range for like guns, but it's kind of run down and abandoned. You see a kind of like a circle of like almost like sand or something. And right next to that, there's a rack filled with different kinds of
Swords. Yeah. Oh.
blades, not just swords, but other like short blades, long blades, blades. If it has a blade, it's there. And then that those are the only things that are really out of the ordinary. The rest of it is just like a field. There's some stuff for like
Soccer festival. Yeah.
the field part of track and field. There's some stuff for that there. It's an
Is there anyone
athletics
like
field.
at a specific area, like anyone at the archery range or this?
There's a couple people at the archery range just shooting some bows. You notice though they're shooting recurve or
Compound.
what's the name of just a, no what's the name of just a bow.
A bow.
Like it's not
Just a bow?
compound, it's not like competition, it's just like they took a stick, put a string
Oh,
on
like a
it,
DIY
and now it's a
bow.
bow.
Okay.
Yeah, like but it's not DIY, but it's it's as simple as a DIY bow
Okay.
kind of
James is
thing.
gonna walk over there.
They're just shooting.
Uh.
You look though at what they're shooting and the target, they are getting bullseyes every time. They're like Robin Hooding the arrow like 3 or 4 times
James.
in a row.
What is the people there? What do the people look
What?
like who are there? Like, what's the lineup? Yeah, what's the lineup?
What do the people look like? One of them looks to be about in his like late 50s. And is wearing a tracksuit for some reason. The other one appears to be about your age, and looks like he just stepped out of the woods and had been living in the woods for the past like 30 years, even though he looks to be about your age.
Those are the only two.
Like he is wearing, yeah, there's the only two, but he's wearing, like, he's covered in mud. His he's got like dirt all over his clothes, which are very like tattered and worn and everything. He literally looks like he just stepped
We're
out of
gonna
the woods.
walk up to the tracksuit guy and wait until he's done firing like his his set. And after he's done,
Okay.
James is gonna pop up. Hello?
Whoa, dude, you scared
Sorry,
me.
I didn't mean to. I tried to finish. That's why I waited until you were done firing.
Yeah, you're lucky I did. I don't miss.
Do you mind teaching me a bit?
I mean, I guess I could. When
Does
are you
now
free?
work? Yeah, I got told by
Sure.
West I don't have classes for the rest of the day, so.
All right. And we won't go into it. We'll just,
I have no archery skill.
for the next in the next couple hours, he'll teach you some archery skills. How to shoot, how to, not hurt
yeah.
yourself when shooting. Give yourself an archery skill.
Alright.
And let me see what the base
I
for
have no
that
idea
is.
either. James has kind of assumed if they were told they're going to do something eventually, might as well, learn. I said James has kind
What'd
of
you say?
assumed if they're going to have to do something eventually, might as well just learn a little bit.
All right. Bow is base 15%. And then give yourself an extra
25, I'll
10%.
take it.
As he clearly knows what he's doing, and he is teaching. Where did you you put that? Where under the firearm skills?
So weird. I don't know. I'll go back and edit. I'll go back and fix that really quickly.
Okay. All right. And well, okay. Now, Jay, you said you were going to your teacher.
There we go.
Ryder.
Jay?
Yes.
You said you were going to your teacher?
Yeah.
All right. You go to the hall. You go to Loxley Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're going into the hall, somebody else actually walks out and gives you a little wave and then walks away. And it is that same girl from the cafeteria. Not Ruby, but the like 12-year-old girl.
Oh, wait. Who are you? I thought I was the only one studying under Professor Haringa.
Oh, I'm not studying with her. I'm talking. I just had a conversation. I just wanted to say hi to an old friend.
Oh, are you like her? You don't age as quickly?
As some would say.
Well, nice to meet you. Name's
Ah,
Jay Kingston.
I'm Barbara.
Um, do you speak Italian?
Italian? No, we didn't speak. No, I. No, I think the only language we really spoke in my hometown was English.
Okay.
But I knew some Italians.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get some help translating something. Um, okay. Thank you.
You, you're welcome.
I would head in.
All right. You walk in, and Miss Haringa seems to have cleaned up the place a little bit. It's not as cobwebby and dusty.
I would say,
She's like, "Oh, hello."
hello, hello, Professor Haringa.
Hello, hello, hello.
I was told by the president that I need to get some more training under my belt because bad things might be happening.
Hmm.
And I was wondering if there was anything else you could teach me.
Um, I don't know if I have anything else to teach you besides some helpful tips if you get into some trouble, but
Well, let me ask this. I thought you were saying that it was okay if I went into the dream world if I brought my friends.
it should be, yes.
But I was told by some others that us freshmen aren't allowed in there.
Wait, are you a freshman?
Yes, why do you ask?
I could have sworn you were a junior.
Why is that?
You look old.
Well, I did already finish college. I was just brought back by the university. They were a
That
bit
would explain
slow.
it. We usually get our dreamers in before as they're starting college.
Ah,
Odd that you were brought in so old.
yeah, I was told I was lucky not to die before they brought me.
Hmm. No matter. Yes, yes. If you are indeed a freshman, yeah, you are. The president allows it.
I see. Well, I'm glad that I didn't end up going in.
Yes, you do not want to break one of his rules.
Yeah. All right, but so I was wondering if you had any tips for dealing with Nyarlathotep. I was told that he's taken an interest in me and is looking to break into the real world.
Hmm. That is not good. I remember when we had to banish him to the dream world.
Four
Huh.
score and 7 years ago.
Was your
All I
sister
can say is don't trust that voice of his. He tries to give people what they think they want, but it's always a trick.
Yeah, he
Always.
tried to get me to kill someone.
Sounds like him.
Can he not change his voice?
Oh, he can.
Well, how do I know which voice not to trust then?
You just gotta know. You'll get you especially from something like him, you'll always get a there's always a feeling that we get.
Hmm.
You know, that voice is not right. You can change the way it sounds, but you can't mask evil.
Kind of like my voice, except
Hmm.
with
Yeah,
the
because you can't mask evil,
angel.
bitch.
Hmm. Can my can Enochian work on him?
You know, I'm not sure.
What about on ghouls?
I imagine possibly so.
Hmm. Good to know. All right.
They
Well,
do have ears after all.
so
So,
they don't have to understand what I'm saying as long as they.
every creature can understand Enochian. It takes someone special to be able to speak it.
Ah, okay. Interesting. That's good to know. By the way, I was able to help the others get into the dream world by singing to them.
Very good use of your skill.
Yeah.
You
Your
have
teacher gives
indeed
you praise. My
grown.
teacher says, fuck you, you had to go to the office.
Yeah, but my teacher also almost got me killed. To be fair.
She is pretty old.
Uh-huh. But yeah. So yeah, I'd continue talking to her.
Alright. Alright. Okay. You don't get much more. You know, the helpful stuff. You're just kind of talking. It's
Mhm.
nice to have someone to talk to
Yeah.
that isn't a, as you would say, fucko.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys want to do now? It is almost night.
Guess I'm going to
I
If
think
sleep.
you
James is going with
now,
Jack. Yeah.
yeah, James has been
Actually, I should
James
go.
and Jack have been texting back and forth.
Wow, way
Yeah,
to
fuck
leave
you,
me.
fucko.
Fuck you, fucko.
Crackhead.
So I guess later that night, Jack is gonna just be waiting for James in his
Question.
dorm room.
Before going back to the dorm, is there a place I could find a bow on campus?
Uh,
Okay.
no. The only place you could really find a bow really is the athletic fields. But, you know, there's a
Oh, okay, so
lot
there's
of
like
bows
free
there.
use there. Okay, neato. I
Kind of,
thought
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
guy just brought his own. Okay, good to know.
No.
Never mind then. That ignores the. That's yeah, we good. Yeah, if a little bit after James since the last text, Jack is gonna get a knock on the door. Just
Jack will open it up and go, "Thank you for coming. Just come on in."
you treated me like we just had a business
So
deal. You know, you don't need to thank me for coming to your door, man.
okay, it's been a very weird last 2 days. You have to give me.
Yeah, I'll give you a little shit, but other than that, yeah, I get you, man. It's been crazy.
Have you talked to Zoe
Uh,
lately? Since we
called
got
her, just
here?
talked to her a bit randomly, I guess. Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what the time zone in this area is. I don't even know what time it is, whether time
I
here is the
I didn't really
same as it
think
is
about it. I just kind of
there.
called.
Ugh. Yes, but you're her boyfriend. You can call her at 5 o'clock in the 4 o'clock in the freaking morning, and it's
Yeah,
normal
no, I've
for
done that a
you
few times
to.
before. He says jokingly.
I don't want to know. I'm resisting an
Hey,
urge to
I've
shoot
been
you.
training with a bow, so you better watch out.
Typically,
Yes,
people
but I
think
don't see a bow on you, and I have a shotgun
What do
in
you
my
assume
closet.
I can't run
so
Because I can't.
zigzag from. Anyways, we're off track here. I found something.
Mhm.
So apparently, I have a power. You remember the girl in the cafeteria today?
No? I was talking to that guy James. He was great.
The one that summoned the creature out of the painting?
Oh, that's what that was? I just saw a creature. Like I said, I was talking to that guy James. Great guy, by the way. I think people named James are just great in general.
Oh, shut up!
You mean B?
James. I guess. But he just said call him James, so I called him James.
I call him B.
That seems
but
kind of
that's
racist, don't it?
His name is literally Beeps Boops. Can you really say I'm being
Yeah,
a
we don't know what
racist
Pluto
here?
sounds like.
Anyway, point here is apparently I can change reality.
Oh, like Doctor. Wait, hold on. No, don't tell me. Like, are you talking about like magic shit, or are you talking about like you think about it and it happens?
Think about it in heaven. I can change causality.
That I don't know.
I can manipulate causalities. So, take for example, you're drowning in a pool.
What the fuck?
I can apparently erase the
What the
water.
fuck kind of example is that?
If I imagine hard enough, I can get rid of the water like that and
Okay,
stop
two
you from
things.
drowning.
One, that's fucking awesome. Two, what the fuck kind of example is that?
Right?
One that I got out of this book. The last person that had the power. And I'm going to hold up the journal.
Okay. Could have led with a better example, but okay.
Well, apparently it's one of the examples that is the things she did. And I can do
Awesome.
it.
So what's the issue?
Now I have her journal here, but it looks like she's wrote something hastily in Latin
Oh,
in the margins.
yeah, no, we had to learn that from medical school. Did you not have to learn that?
Could you translate it for
Wait,
me?
hold on. Wait. Did you not have to learn that for psychology school?
To some extent, but not really. A lot of the Latin
yeah, that's
is
fucking
more
easy.
medical. I'm more of a therapist versus an actual prescriber. You really only need it if you're
Man, your class is
prescribing
fucking easy
medication.
then.
Yeah, learn the intricacies of something that hasn't been understood by humans as of
Oh,
this
dude, did I tell you I
point.
reanimated a rat today?
Still don't understand. I want to dream, and apparently there's a whole fucking plane of existence of dreaming.
Oh,
and
no, you want to
my
hear something really
God,
cool?
I just wanted to know what it was, and I got called to the
Oh,
office.
yeah, I got
and
fucking.
you
My
got called to
teacher
the
left me
office,
notes
and-
saying no more class today because you were a bad student for leaving. So, yeah, fuck the president.
Jack, I don't know what to do with this
I'm
place
just-
anymore. I don't. 1 second, it's like it seems like a normal college, and I can make through, and then weird shit like monsters coming out of paintings, people with moving faces, talking about gods that don't exist.
Well, that we don't know might exist. Skepticism, but
Dude, I was raised Christian. This stuff doesn't exist. I was raised in BFE, Indiana. This stuff doesn't
you're
exist.
here though.
I was raised in Jeffersonville, Indiana. This stuff you only learn about the Christian God, maybe the Catholic or maybe you were Catholic or Jewish, but
Just agnostic more than anything.
Yogg-Sothoth! The fuck is a Yogg-Sothoth? What fucking religion is that from, man? I don't know what the
He's gonna
hell
like
to do
actually
anymore.
lightly smack Jack across the face and just, buddy, calm down. Take some deep breaths. Let's get some.
And then just go.
Let's get some Jack and Jack.
No, you know
They're
I don't
talking a little loud. Would I hear them from my room?
I have no idea where
Make a listen roll.
So, okay. You want to hear some weird shit though? You know that mouse I sent you a photo of? Hey, it's okay.
Right now.
We're gonna get through this together. We're gonna figure out all the weird. It's here. Might as well just accept it.
Success.
Yeah,
But yeah, no.
you can hear it.
I would
Okay,
knock on the
but
door.
yeah, no, he's gonna like stand up. Yeah, no, that mouse I sent you a photo of, I brought back to life, and he opens the door. Hey, how's it going, Jay?
Jay would say, "Hey, y'all are being, you guys are
blame
being
Jack.
loud. What's up?"
You're disturbing my
mental
beauty
breakdown here and
sleep.
there. I smacked him across the face a few times. He should be fine.
Jay would nod and put a hand on your shoulder and say, "I got this." And he'd put
No,
on his
Jack
mask
is gonna
and walk
stop
in.
him, just like, nah, I got it, and close the door.
Nah. I would put my foot in the door. Dude, look at me. I'm made for calming people down.
He's not gonna go away.
It's fine, I got it.
He's like a Mormon.
Hey, I can help. Let me help.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay, you try to calm his ass down. I just recommend some Jack Daniels, but I'm gonna go and look over that book.
Okay.
Please do.
I would go sit down near the bed and I'd say, "Get comfy."
I'll sit in my office chair that I probably have sitting next to my bed.
All right. I am going to attempt to calm him down with a song.
What song?
Fuck. Let's see. What's a song around this time?
Give me a K-pop.
2010
Give me
song.
Gangnam Style. There you go.
No, that is.
Give me some
Um.
Green Day.
Oh wow, this is all
Let me
very
look. I'm curious
nostalgic.
now. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Give him some Eminem.
I got it. Sexy and I know it. That's the one. No. I'll sing. Oh, what doesn't kill you makes
Why
you
not just pumped
stronger,
up
but in a
kicks?
calm way.
Maybe not that one.
How about I die young?
No. Sexy and I know it can. I mean, no. Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger in a calm way would probably help with my ability.
Age of Angels.
So yeah.
So you're singing, and you know you feel that burning warmth inside of you as you're singing. But this time, it since you're more used to it still, again, you know, it's not so much burning as in like it hurts or you're surprised or anything. It's just kind of there. You know, it's just there, and you're like, okay, gotta accept it. It's gonna be there. And so you just singing, and Jack, you're kind of freaking out.
I'd assume a little bit.
And Jay comes in, and he leans down in front of you, and he kind of puts on starts to softly, not softly, not softly like he's like a mom singing to his child, but just kind of like
High School Musical starting to sing a song
like he's about to make out
Oh,
with you,
no.
kind of soft. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of softly starts to sing this song to you, and you know you've heard this song before somewhere, but your mind kind of just turns to mush, and you don't really know what the song is. You just know that it's nice and calming,
Mhm.
and you start to calm down just a
I just
little
want to
bit.
point out midway through this, James just goes, "Fuck."
And
If you can hear it, then
Thank you, I needed that.
no problem.
So, okay, since 3 of the 4 of us are here, I'm gonna shoot Jaden a text saying, "Hey, meet me. Come over
Party
to
time.
my dorm. All over here."
I thought you were literally just about to say, "I'm just gonna shoot Jay."
All right, bitch.
Since 3 out of the 4 of us are here, I'm just gonna shoot Jay and make it so it's only 2.
Good idea.
Okay, so none of us have really got a chance to talk things through since a lot of revelations have been hitting us today.
I'm doing pretty good,
So,
other than fucking not understanding this jack shit Latin that this person wrote.
Well, you're looking at that, and it takes you a while, and you're kind of like you start to actually like um you pull out a pencil and you're like tracing over it, like putting lines somewhere,
Annotating, yeah.
trying to understand it. Like, oh, this part might be this, or this part might be this, and you're putting the pieces together, and it's very slow, but it still is actually getting some work done. Um, but by the time you finally realize what the words are that you're looking at, you look down after you figured it out, and you have just completely scribbled right over a whole paragraph of the page on the page.
You're just gonna look.
But upon doing so, you notice not only do you know what the words in Latin on the margin, but you notice that there was a small portion next to it that the previous owner of this book had written something
Oh!
and erased it. But when you were writing, you kind of scribbled over it to where you can make out that there's a word there that if you might scribble there more, you might get more of
Alright, I
like a
want to
word
really
that they had
quickly.
erased. But the words in Latin was he
Alright, I'm
calls
gonna
to me.
just look up. Also, first things first. Can I get a notepad, paper, something? Yes, this is in game.
In
This is
game?
talking to Jack in
I
game.
mean, Jack's just gonna kind of like open his desk drawer and just like pull out one of like 50 tab notebooks and just kind of like close the book.
He is gonna take
the
that and
drawer
start
again.
scribbling down what the Latin means. So actually writing it in the notebook, and then he's gonna, without any explanation, just gonna scribble over the Latin.
So the words that you see in Latin, he calls to me. Then another set of words are new successor with a question mark.
Alright.
I think we might have told the wrong teacher about what's going on.
And then the final group that you find, the final group of Latin words that you're able to
Mhm.
translate and everything, you see cure to
Pure, okay.
my visions.
Cure.
Cure to my visions.
C-U-R-E.
Q-U-A-R, cure.
But none of those are the word that you had found that was
So it's just cured my
erased.
visions. Alright,
Yes.
and then what is the word scribbled over? Like,
Here, I'm gonna spell it out for you because you're not gonna know how to spell it. It's Karakal, Karakal.
Karakal. Is it like this in every single margin?
No, the only part that has Latin in the is like 1 or 2 pages, and this stuff that you have
I want
found
to
is
flip
what you
to one of
got
the
from
other
all of
pages
that.
and do the same thing, scribble in the border.
All right.
Mhm.
You just go to a random page and do it. You don't find anything
He's
on
just
that
gonna
page.
flip back and just. Well, good news and bad news.
Okay, what's
I
the good
translated the
news?
Latin.
It best not be too bad of bad news. Remember, I have a shotgun
I
within
have a
reach.
book in hand.
Ooh.
Just
Well, I
tell me
scribbled
what
over
the
it.
bad news is.
But
The fuck?
Well, James, you do realize you did not only scribble over the Latin, but you also scribbled over a paragraph or
and
two
some of
that
the
was
English
in
too.
English.
But yeah,
Was it wrote in pen or pencil?
Everything was written in pencil, including what he scribbled over.
I wouldn't be able to read it through his scribbles.
it's like
would I?
shaded.
Probably not. No, given how he was scribbling, yeah, it was like shaded. It's like It was like he was coloring the page.
But there's more good news. There's a word there under the. It was erased, and then I scribbled over the paper. And yeah, sorry about the paragraph, but
What was the word?
Caracal?
Was that one of the elder gods I researched?
Nope,
Okay, I would say he's
you
not.
don't recognize that name.
Yeah, I would just say he's
What
not an
time is
elder
it, guys?
god.
It's about 11:16 at night.
I mean, in game. Oh,
It's about 11:16 at night.
I'm assuming the library's not open till midnight.
No, it's not.
I'm assuming so.
I would say to Jack, you've been studying these gods and such. Do you know Karakal?
I would not have it.
Make an education roll because you
Okay.
have indeed been studying.
Again, because I took them off.
'Cause you have indeed been studying. You just haven't been studying the specificities of the gods, but you've been studying the names and like which is which. Like
Okay.
you know that Cthulhu is a great old one, and you know that Nyarlathotep is an outer god kind of thing, but you wouldn't be able to tell much more than that.
And Harper West is a self-proclaimed god.
Boy, that's a roll. Extreme
Ooh.
success.
So you know
Holy crap! I wasn't even looking at the thing yet.
you don't crit,
Pretty
but
good.
you get an extreme. So they say Kara. They say it. They kind of butcher the pronunciation because I mean you heard Vincent. He kind of butchers the pronunciation of it a little bit, but you recognize it because you were just researching this in class today.
Oh my.
One of the great ones that rule over the dreamland.
He's a. What's the actual pronunciation?
Karakal.
Uh, the name is actually Karakal. Apparently he's one of the greater gods that rules over the dream realm.
Oh.
The
Okay.
dream realm.
What was the other stuff that was said?
I got you here.
Um,
He calls to me, new successor, cure to my visions.
Where the fuck did you
Up
get
his
this
ass.
notebook?
Oh.
From a dead woman.
A dead woman.
My predecessor.
Oh. You might want to talk to either your teacher or the president about that, because,
I did.
about
Might do some
Karakal
research.
or whatever?
Not about Karakal. That's why I brought him over, is because she wrote something in Latin and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, well, it's apparent that Karakal has been giving your predecessor some, some messages.
But right now, I'm not real sure that the teachers are gonna let us.
Let us
They
what?
said learn. Let's fucking learn.
That-
You can go to the library tomorrow and grab a book on Karakol.
The study courses. I asked to study Nyarlathotep. I mean, if he's gonna be taking over the Land, wouldn't it be advised for us to try and learn that about him? But my teacher, but Professor Peasley, she denied me she denied it my request. She said I was only to study one god at a time, and my god, the one I'm having to study is Yogg-Sothoth. Apparently, that's who's blessed me.
Wait, you got a blessing?
Apparently, I'm able to manipulate causality.
I'm just stuck here with the
You with your knock on the door around the time.
I'm not going to give you the same
open.
example I gave.
It's open.
And I'm just stuck here with a
Man,
teacher that scares everyone to death.
Jaden would enter the room about this time.
I got your text message.
oh, hey. So
You bring
we've all just, mostly me. We've all been kind of decompressing about everything that's happened in the last
you
2
bring the
days.
booze.
Apparently, I'm also blessed.
Blessed with sass and shitter, of course.
Well, I definitely am blessed with sass and all-around bitchiness, but that's beside the point.
I don't get it. Why did you get a blessing and he wasn't scared? Maybe it's because yours won't kill you if you use it.
Why do you think my predecessor isn't around anymore?
Well, your predecessor might have died. Well, first of all, did she get a blessing like you?
Yeah, she was able to do the same thing I'm apparently able to do, which is manipulate causality. Apparently, she committed suicide.
I would say,
Power
hey,
drove her insane.
you don't think that all of that has anything to do with, and he would point at the notebook, that.
Probably. Like I said, so here's my plan. And
I'm getting her cure was talking about a noose around her neck
right, so
from
we're
where she
not gonna
hung
do
herself.
that, okay? So here's the plan.
I quite frankly don't want to know what the taste of gun oil
Jack?
in my mouth is about.
Look at me. You're gonna come stay
I'm
in my
looking.
dorm. We're not gonna leave you alone like this, and we've already been roommates before, so it's not gonna be any big shock. No.
Fine.
Non-negotiable.
I'll be fine.
You're gonna come. We're gonna share a room together. Make sure you don't do jack shit. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go tomorrow, do some research, get some books.
I've already requested a book. They had to get it from the sister
No, I
facility.
heard that. I'm
Apparently,
talking
it's
about on
supposed to be in
Caracol.
tomorrow.
Oh, by the way, Jaden, when you walk in, you would have seen Jay is wearing a metal mask on his mouth.
What up? I'm just messing with you.
What?
I had assumed as much,
Powers.
just because powers. Yeah.
But James, I don't think we need to worry about suicide at this point. I haven't even learned how to use
Okay.
the power yet.
The moment you start feeling even the small inclination of that, we're not leaving you alone.
Will be the first
Good.
one to tell you if I have any hint of suicidal tendencies.
Good.
The moment the voices of the echoes of what could have been, of the what ifs, start echoing in my head and haunting me,
Good.
I'll let you know.
Because I can turn you
I can
off
turn
that
you
road.
off.
Please, I don't need more.
Well, I mean, it's true.
But if it does make you feel better, James, I'm looking at my name, okay? If it makes you feel any better, James, Jay,
Yep.
the shotgun is in my closet. If you'd like to take all the shotgun shells,
don't-
they're sitting next to it. There's
Why don't we
50
just take the
shotgun
shotgun as
shells.
well?
I
I can
don't
take
like
it. I
guns
know the
very
shotgun
much.
as well.
Anyone
But
else?
it helps clean it. Plus, it'll be good not to be threatened by it.
Want to use it this weekend to do some skeet shooting since we found out there was a range. I wanted to get back in practice because I get the feeling, and I'm gonna look over at Jay and go, I get the feeling you're not gonna listen to the rules, are you?
To who?
To Jay.
Yeah, Jay
That'll
said, what do you mean?
Let me take a guess. You're gonna try and go to the dream realms, aren't you?
No. I was
Really?
told by my teacher that she said that my teacher had previously said that I was allowed to, that I should go to the dream world. But I talked to her about it, and it was because she didn't realize I was a freshman.
I don't think they know what they're doing here half the time.
Well, to be fair, I think it's fair that she has a bit of memory issues, seeing as she's like 500 years old, from what I've heard.
I don't want to even know, and now I'm scared to know.
She's just not as mortally challenged as us.
Mortally challenged. Like, how is that even a thing?
Dude, I speak
I brought
angel.
a rat back from the dead today.
Re-
Like,
I can manipulate
Yeah.
causality.
Yeah.
We're all just gonna. I think we all just kind of look over at Jaden at this
use
point
a
and go,
bitch.
and
You know
what
how
do you
it
do?
Uh,
I drink deer
I take
juice.
photos. Click.
I definitely have a. I am definitely way better off than you guys.
Why is that?
I get to see things that nobody else gets to see, and also I get to travel to
Oh.
alternate dimensions.
Travel to alternate dimensions? What do you mean?
Hold on.
Do you remember what the name of the alternate dimension you can go to is called?
Yes. Number one, tell me that. And number two, have I learned how to actually do it yet, or am I not there yet?
I don't think you've learned how to do it yet, but the alternate dimension
Oh.
was called Limbo.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of
I
that.
don't know how to do it yet, but I
Oh.
can go to limbo.
Oh,
Nobody can see.
I've heard we all go
Yeah,
to
no,
limbo
he's
at
not
one
wrong there.
point.
Yeah. How about you
Yeah.
being better
I
off
can bring
than
things
us?
back from limbo, maybe.
Not that kind of limbo.
I can
You mean the game?
fate. You can speak angel. I can change reality. He can bring things back from the dead, and you go
Guys,
dead.
can I
Congrats.
I just want to put out
Off than y'all.
yeah, I just want to
die.
put out the fact that I can pull a full Frankenstein here, guys. That's pretty fucking awesome. Too
Cool.
late.
Don't bring me back as a zombie.
Frankenstein didn't end too well. Just thought
the
I'd,
little
remind
Oh wait,
you.
here. He's gonna like show him a photo of a mouse on his shoulder. Yeah, that was dead.
Cool.
Look how cool that is.
Gross.
You're just gonna see this shiver go up the back of.
You're gonna
We see the
see a
physical
shiver go up
shiver.
his back.
I have
Yeah.
very good eyes.
You know that
Chills.
that cringe people do.
Ah,
Yeah.
chill.
You see that chills, that shiver run up
Don't
Jack's
worry, I won't bring you back as a
spine.
zombie. I'll just bring you
Okay.
back as partially dead. How's that sound?
Well, Jay would just say,
I'm not sure that's much better either.
but yeah, back on track. No, I'm not going to the dream world. I'm not allowed to. I thought I
Yeah.
was before.
So what I'm wait. Hey, Jay, can you do me something really quickly?
Yeah.
Wait, so who was right?
What?
I don't know. I said we
not
shouldn't go in
you.
there. Who was right?
You said we shouldn't
Yeah, I
go in
said we
there,
shouldn't.
not that we
and
weren't
shouldn't go in
allowed.
there. I don't know. Sounds like I was right there.
See, the issue is, no, I waited a day just like you recommended to, asked my teacher about it, and she said that it
And
was
then
a good
told you
idea.
not to. So sounds
not
like I was right.
No. Look,
I-
if you want to start a fight with my teacher, you go right ahead. I don't think you'll win.
If I can make a suggestion, don't bother fighting with him. Once he gets on this I'm right kick, he's not as arrogant as they come, and you're not
It
going to
is
change his
intrinsic.
mind.
Apparently, it's part of my teacher as well. He literally just said, "Oh yeah, get this." So, you know how we got pulled out by the president? I get this note on the door, and he pulls out like a note, and it just says,
About
the note on the door
guys.
just says, it's basically said, since you were a bad student and left, I have decided to end class for the day. I will not be teaching you for the rest of the day. Maybe you can learn some.
Jay would just say, "You deserve. You got the teacher
I got
you
the
deserve."
teacher who everyone was afraid. No one will mess with him. Like, I tried to read. He
No
pulls
one
out a vial of this glowing
either.
green liquid. I try to backtrace what this was, and any person I asked literally ran away.
So, how are you supposed to learn if you're unable to trace what the chemical you're using is?
From
Well, let's leave that for the future.
Actually,
It's
if you
time
want
for us to go to
I can
sleep.
take a look at it. I actually know
yeah,
a little
I
bit about
tried
chemistry.
pharmacology. I tried using a lot of equipment, and then when I asked what to use, I was told to leave because I wasn't supposed to be using it.
Jay would just say, "Dude,
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be asking my teacher at this point. We're supposed to be running a couple of experiments to see if I can change reality. Like, I
My
don't
teacher just
know
gave me the
what
day off.
that is.
my teacher just has me practice my power
They all
all
turned to
day."
Jaden.
I drank deer blood and shot a
What?
gun.
You shot a
Wait,
gun
which
and
order?
drank deer blood?
Drank the deer blood first day, and then on the
What?
second day we went shooting. I might have looked out the window.
Why'd you go
You're
shooting?
a redneck.
Yeah, you're. Is your teacher a fucking redneck?
We went hunting and drank some blood, and then we shot some guns.
Want me to get you some dip from this corner store?
So, okay. Can I ask the silly question then here, guys?
Sure. Plenty silly questions have been asked.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Trying to survive.
I was happily doing that in Jericho, Vermont, where I could see my sister
Yeah, same
whenever
here.
I wanted.
Yeah, as we were told before, we were really lucky to live without coming
So,
here.
you know what we're doing here? Jack shit, and who knows? And
We are not doing jack shit. I learned that I
well,
got a
not
power.
jack
You learned
shit
you
in
can
that
bring
regard, but
people
we're
back
doing
from the dead.
jack
You
shit of
learned-
who knows what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing.
Like, we were just coming to find out what this place was, and now we're enrolled?
I don't know about you, but you saw the monsters in the woods, right? I don't really want to go back there. At least not until I
Yeah.
use my power.
I might be able to handle the monsters, it turns out. As long as they got ears, I can possibly control them.
Apparently, if they attack, apparently I can believe that they never attacked me, or that they never existed.
Yeah, I don't like those maybe.
Them never existing would be a ramification that would drive me insane.
Well, both of our powers got
And-
some downsides.
Wait,
Mine can kill me,
Hey, guys, don't
yours
worry.
can drive you
He says this
insane.
as he walks to the door. If y'all die, I'll just bring you back as an army, okay? And he just leaves on that note. He's walked out the door on that note.
I'm gonna follow him out the door.
Yeah?
James, you can
Yeah.
bring the dead back. Is it only the immediate
No,
dead?
I brought one back that was like the mouse has been in a thing for a while. I think I don't know.
I bring you a skeleton. Do you think you and Professor West could
I
bring
only
it
know about if we have organs.
Professor Kanye West.
Ask your professor what extents he can
Right
bring
now,
the
I
dead
don't think he
back.
wants me to be asking questions that he doesn't propose to me.
Fellas, let's go to sleep. We might have to fight a great old one
I
tomorrow
don't know
or
about you. I'm just
something.
gonna go to classes and hopefully get tired and not get another day off.
If I have to fight a great old one tomorrow, you can just go ahead and just leave the shotgun here with me.
Just
If I
will
have to
never exist and you'll be fine. And he'd stop walking off.
I'll head back to my room, and I actually want to spend
You were in
probably
your room.
an hour trying to do something.
Before heading out, actually, Jay would like peek his head back in and say, "Hey, do you want me to help you go to sleep?"
Go to sleep, you fucko.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, have a good one.
Sleep. Go to sleep, you motherfucking
I think that'd be a good place to cut it off,
fucko.
though.
We've got
There's
more
actually
time.
one more thing I would like to try before we cut off the stream.
Oh.
Chaz,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to set a pencil on one side of my desk.
Okay.
I'm going to stare at the opposite side, and I'm going to imagine that pencil sitting there for the next hour. And then I'm going to go to bed. I want to see if I can change causality from the pencil sitting on one side of the
Why not
room
just use a spoon and bend
to
the
the
spoon?
other.
This is not the Matrix.
Okay, so you sit there focusing on an hour. Nothing happens.
Okay, after an hour, I'm going to sleep. And I'm done.
All right. We'll actually, yeah, we will stream there, as it is the perfect time, perfect
Yeah.
place to end it.
If you liked it,
Thank you all
please
for watching.
consider following, as we will get notifications. We will be taking a week off next week, as next week is 4th of July, and we want to blow shit up. I mean, we want to spend time with our families.
Well, the first statement wasn't wrong. Hi, welcome to the U.S. We celebrate our independence by blowing shit
Yeah, we do.
up.
Hell yeah.
And explosions and colorful lights
But
in the
with that-
sky. Literally bombs bursting in
Rockets, red
midair.
flare? Yeah, I think so.
And our flag was
Well,
cool.
with that being said, thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we will see you in about 2 weeks.